Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. We're back for a brand new season. We're sponsored by Sneak Energy. Let's hope Manchester United have a bit of energy going into this new season. Manchester United against Brighton is the opener. I expect to win. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it is Manchester United. We have got the return of McFred. I think that has been confirmed on social media. Apparently, Eriksen and Bruno start as well as McFred, so it looks like it's a false nine, with Bruno and Ronaldo on the bench. I'm surprised by that, I've got to say. I think Ronaldo is clearly fit enough to start. Ten Hag, some might say, is making an example of who the manager is. So we'll wait for that to get confirmed in 5 minutes' time. But the rumour is, a strong rumour, McTominay and Fred start, but so do Bruno and Eriksen. I mean, it could be a diamond midfield, couldn't it? With Sancho and Rashford as a front two. It could be Bruno playing as a false nine, but Ronaldo starts on the bench. I don't know what I think about that. I mean, personally, he's at the club. He's the best player we've got. He's fit. I'd play him. I don't really want to be gambling with 3 points, if I'm honest with you, but I didn't expect him to start, to be honest. I thought he would be on the bench because I think Man United and Ten Hag really want to put the message through that you don't just walk straight back into the team, which I can sort of understand in a way, but I think I would have started him because the story is always going to be Ronaldo now. I think it was easier to start him because if we don't start him and we lose, it's because of Ronaldo. If we draw, it's because of Ronaldo. If he comes on and he scores, it's because of Ronaldo. You know, I think just start him, to be honest. But I didn't expect him to start, so I can't complain about that. I'm going to talk about Sneak Energy in a bit, but as you can see on the screen then, 10% discount for the first 200 new Sneak customers. You can scan the QR code next to me. If you don't know what Sneak Energy is, I've got one of these next to me. Sneak Energy is sugar-free, low-calorie energy drinks. I use it on my Twitch stream. You can get the starter pack where you get one of these and 9 different sachets to try. You put your sachet in, you put your water up to there, you shake it up, and it's an energy drink. Fantastic flavours. You've got blue raspberry, choppy killer. Cherry bomb's my favourite, red as well. You've got a bit of cherry bomb in here today. First 200 people get a 10% discount with the code SneakBridge. Links in the video description, or you can scan your QR code. Big shout out to Sneak. And we're hoping that Manchester United, Sneak on United Stand, let's go. I've been trying to get him on here for ages, BBHB. We're hoping that we're going to get a bit of energy from Man United today. I fully expect a result from Man United today. I expect us to win. I am not getting carried away. I don't think that this season's going to be the one we want. As things stand, I think that if you look at the squad, I don't see us getting top 4. But that doesn't mean you're going to lose to Brighton and Brentford. That's why I think it's so important. And I think we will beat Brighton and Brentford because it's a long season. And I don't think we've got the team to go and beat the Liverpools, the Man Cities, the Chelseas, the Spurs. So I think that you've got to beat the Brightons at home. You've got to beat the Brentfords away if you want to be anywhere near that top 4 race. So, look, if we beat Brighton today, I don't think we're winning the league. Some of our fans will think that. Some of our fans will just get, say it's not good enough. I think let's start with a win. It's Ten Hag's first game. Let's take a bit of positivity. We have to win today. You've got to win these sort of games if you're Man United. It's Brighton at home. We beat Brighton at home last season. I think Ranić was in charge, wasn't he? So I want to see Manchester United winning today, and I expect to see Manchester United winning today. I think 75,000 fans in the ground. It's a sunny day, August, Ten Hag's first game. Pre-season means absolutely nothing now. It's all about the start of the season. I expect us to start fast. I expect us to win, and that's what I'm looking at here. Apparently PSG and Man United have bid for Fabian Ruiz. The Parisian team has an advantage, but is still far from an agreement with Napoli. Anything can still happen. We'll talk a bit about transfer news because we have been linked to Arnautovic. Yes, we have been linked to Arnautovic. So, yeah, get ready for that. And we've also got a story about Sangare, who has signed a new contract at PSV. So, I mean, as I keep saying, I'm confident that we will sign Frankie de Jong. But it's Frankie de Jong or nothing, isn't it? It's Frankie de Jong or nothing. 2 minutes to the lineup. As the team we understand is De Gea in goal, Delot, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, McFred, Eriksen, Rashford, Sancho, and Bruno as a false 9. That's what we're getting with Ronaldo on the bench. So that's what, as I understand it. Match stats, they'll update live while we're going through the game. If you're on That's Football yesterday, you'll see we've got some new little bits for a new season. So those match stats will be updating live throughout the game. Very important with Ten Hag. we'll be looking at 70% possession, way more shots than the opposition, way more passes and way more passing accuracy. So especially for this Ten Hag era, we've gone and got a live updating stats board because he is one manager, a bit like Pep really. He's one manager where you can tell if he's happy by how the stats are moving in certain areas. Good morning, Mark. This is Andrew Rossi. Excited for the new season. It's a great distraction from all of this transfer talk. Well, let me just get myself some sneak here. Cherry bomb. Get the energy levels up. It's going to be a long, long stream. Get yours. First 200 people. Use the code SneakBridge. You get a 10% discount. Check out the link in the description or scan the QR code. Get your starter packs or anything else that you want. They ship next day delivery in the UK and worldwide. Use the code SneakBridge. Sneak Energy. Low-calorie sugar energy drinks. Sugar-free energy drinks, I should say. And loads of lovely flavours. So check it out. Thanks to Sneak. Ronaldo will come off the bench and take the bus to Galatasaray, says SX, whatever that means. It's Maguire and McFred. We will struggle. Well, I'm interested to see the Brighton team. We'll talk a little bit about Brighton in a bit. We're going to talk about transfer news in a bit, but the team news is coming out. I'm just waiting for it to hit Twitter, which normally it's hit by now. It normally hits before the hour. I'm sure some people in the chat are going to get it for us. So it looks like Rashford's playing up front. I'm just having a quick look here. Yeah, so it's as we predicted. Here's how we line up. So it's Martinez, Shaw, Maguire, Dalot, De Gea, Fred, McTominay, Eriksen, Bruno, Sancho, Rashford. So it could be a diamond with Rashford and Sancho as wide forwards. I think more likely it's McTominay and Fred as a 2. Eriksen as the 10, Bruno as the false 9. It could work. I mean, to be fair, the midfield would be very interesting to see how we play in the midfield because when we played some of the pre-season games, we played with Fred as a holder and we had Eriksen and Donny as 2 number 8s. So you could have Fred as a holder and McTominay and Eriksen as 2 number 8s with Bruno as a 10 in a diamond. That could work well. I mean, that might get a little bit more out of Scott McTominay, to be honest. I know I'm not a fan of McTominay. I'd have played about 10 players ahead of him today, but he is better when he's allowed to get forward. It's his defensive work that's the thing. So, look, I'm not going to get negative. It's Manchester United. It's the opening game of the season. I'm excited. I think we can win. I think we have to win. I want us to win. Who wouldn't as a United fan? But yeah, look, I'm not naive and I'm not blind to the fact that it's pretty surprising. Is probably the polite word that we're starting a season with McFred in the midfield again. I'm stunned by that. I mean, they were a massive reason why we were so bad last year. The midfield got dominated by everybody and we're using them again. It's brave by Ten Hag. It really is. And if it works, it shows you that coaching has been the issue for the last 3 years, which many of us know about anyway. So I'm actually feeling excited for today. Let's get this win. Come on, you Reds, says Chris. Me too. I am feeling excited. I've been drinking Sneak for a long time and I've tried other sugar-free energy drinks. Sneak is definitely the best one. Strong flavours and not powdery, says Sam Welsh. Yeah, you put your scoop in, you shake it up. It's not powdery at all. I've never thought of that, actually. It's not. Definitely not. Lovely. Ronaldo's on the... I haven't seen the bench. I'm just waiting for the bench confirmation. In fact, I've got the bench. I'll tell you who's on the bench now. Remember, it'll be a massive bench anyway. I can guess who's on it. Definitely Donny van der Bench will be on it. But, okay, so the team, as we know, is De Gea, Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, McFred, Eriksen, Sancho, Rashford, and we believe Bruno as a false 9. Captain Harry Maguire, of course. Goalkeeping sub is Heaton. Then you've got Malacia, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Garner, Van der Beek, Elanga, Garnacho, Ronaldo. I mean, it's not... I would take a look at that bench and say that's one of our biggest issues. That is not a strong bench at all. And we're not missing anybody. This is the problem with United this season. That first 11's not too bad. I mean, look, all right, it is. I'm lying. The midfield's a bit weak, okay. But defence is okay. Attack is okay. But look at the bench. I mean, Tom Heaton's not good enough as a backup goalkeeper. Well, actually, to be fair to Tom Heaton as a backup goalkeeper, he's actually fine. You know, look at the backup goalkeepers for most top teams. Tom Heaton's fine. Malacia is fine. Varane is fine. Wan-Bissaka, no, he's not future of this club. Garner, we've hardly seen Garner in pre-season. He probably needs a loan. Van der Beek, that's divisive. Elanga, A lot of people think he should be on loan. Garnacho, literally a kid. Ronaldo. So the bench is not good enough. If I compare that to Arsenal's bench yesterday, Spurs bench, Chelsea's bench, this is where we're going to go wrong this season. There's not a lot of depth on that bench. And this is why, in my opinion, we actually need 2 or 3 players, not 1 or 2. So, but look, positive vibes. We are at home, opening game of the season. It's not the 10th game of the season. We've not picked up any fatigue or anything like that. We're fresh as a daisy. And it's a lovely day at Old Trafford. There's a lot of excitement in the chat. There's a lot of excitement at the ground. And I think we should have enough to beat Brighton. The big question is, what is Brighton's lineup? And I'm just going to tell you now what their team is. Now, they're missing some big players. They're missing Cucurella, who's been sold, and Basuma. But I like Potter. I think most people respect Potter. They're not a very big club, and he's built a really, really strong team. Sanchez in goal, Webster, Dunk, March, McAllister, Trossard, Gross, Lallana, Welbeck, Casido, and Veltman. Now, that team on paper, and football's played on grass, is not as strong as our team. But I was very impressed with a lot of those players when they played against us at the end of last season. I think this is a great game for us to play first game of the season, by the way, because they're not a team that really wants to sit back. They want to play football. And I think that will open up the game for us. Casido's one to watch. I thought he was fantastic against us at the end of last season. I know we took a look at him and they loaned him off and people were like, you were on about us buying him and he's rubbish. Well, actually, the way that they've nurtured him has actually been quite good and he's now a key player in their midfield. I think that McAllister, the Argentinian, is good. Trossard's always one to watch. Gross is good as well. Welbeck, look, he can miss a sitter, but he's a hard worker and he's got a bit of pace to him. So I think that I'd be very surprised if we won this game 3 or 4-0, but I'd fancy us to win 2-0. But we've got to be careful and we're going to have to play well. I agree with the real Joey. Let's get a bit of positivity. This might be the only time we can be positive. I mean, come on. This season might be quite difficult. So let's put a smile on our faces and try and be a bit positive here. Imagine leaving Ronaldo on the bench and why is Maguire playing? He's pure shite, says Brandon. Our club is finished, Mark. Good positivity there from Brandon. How does Maguire bench multiple Champions League winner Varane? It's absolutely ridiculous. Get your questions in, by the way. We'll read through some of those. We might have Adam at the ground. I don't know whether we have Draughty. I don't know about that. Maybe we've got Adam. Okay, we might get a little clip from Adam at the ground. Hi, Mark. Sorry to mention him, but on De Jong, a reporter on Twitter called David Kent has claimed that Frankie's agreed to join us. Any credibility in that? I've not heard anything about that, Red Devil. I mean, look, I could lie to you and say that Frankie de Jong has agreed to join Man United. I think if he does join United, he has agreed to join United. I know that sounds like Michael Owen, but I think if he joins United, he agreed to join United about 2 months ago. This is just about wages. And the Chelsea story is, I mean, I think I'm doing the transfer hub on TalkSport tonight, so I'll have a chat with Alex Crook, who's been very good on this. But I think Chelsea is starting to move away from de Jong now. I think Ten Hag, Tuchel has said they're not prioritising midfield. And it feels to me that the Chelsea owner, Todd Bowley, is just going around buying players in an ad hoc way. And I don't think it's necessarily what Tuchel wants. So I'm not so convinced about the Chelsea deal. Jacob says, I'm actually really sad to see a giant fall so far. It's a disgrace. Football is better with United challenging with the best. Well done on TalkSport, says Jacob. Thank you very much. First game of the season and people already crying about team selection, Maguire, Ronaldo, etc. Let's be positive. I mean, look, I'm not going to ignore the chat. This is what we're all about. Make sure you, actually, please do subscribe. We're not on 405,000. We're not on 404. I think we're on 405. Let's see if we can hit 406,000 before kickoff, because let's see if we can. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Loads of you watching already. Share the video, get involved. It's going to be a big season on the United Stand. We've got so much to look forward to as part of the United Stand community, but hopefully as Manchester United as well. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let's see if we can hit 406,000 and share the video. I want to talk about Maguire because a few people have spoken about it. Mark, I think with Sancho, Bruno and Eriksen in that midfield, they can all rotate positions. Yeah, it could be really exciting. Look, I mean, positive. Yeah, let's do the positive first. I know McFred is not a popular choice, but anyone. But let's face it, we got weaker in the midfield this summer and brought nobody in to address it. Yeah, look, look, people might be quite surprised about this. I don't rate Scott McTominay. I don't rate Harry Maguire, but if they play well today, I will give them 8 or 9 out of 10 because I don't have an agenda. I just want players to play well. I don't rate Scott McTominay because he's not played well for a very long time. I don't rate Harry Maguire because I think he's the worst captain I've ever witnessed at Man United, and he wasn't very good last year. Ten Hag rates them. He's the manager. I back the manager. Let's see what they can do. I don't believe they should be getting another chance. Lindelof not on the bench is quite interesting, Gwydion. I've never even thought about that. These are the things we love the chat for. Love that. Why is Lindelof not on the bench? Really good option. But yeah, in relation to Maguire starting, first of all, I can honestly say there is no bubbling anger, frustration, or resentment in me at all. I made peace with this as soon as he gave him the captaincy. And I cannot get angry about Maguire starting a new season when the manager has given him the captaincy and it's a brand new manager. Do I rate Maguire? No. Do I think he should be captain? No. Should he be starting over Varane? No. But my backing of the manager makes me quite calm about that. Now, if Ten Hag realises what I think most of us realise, then maybe Varane will end up being the starting centre-back with Martinez in a couple of weeks. But remember, Varane hasn't really stayed fit for a year. So maybe that's what it's all about. So I don't have a massive problem with the Maguire starting. I knew it was going to happen. With Ronaldo not starting, I think that's just about fitness. I really do. So that team that's starting today might not be the team that starts against Liverpool in 2 weeks. Maybe Ronaldo starts that game. Maybe we sign De Jong. Maybe we sign Anthony. Maybe we sign Gakpo. Maybe we sign Ziyech. I think this team will evolve. And that's why it's so important that, hopefully we're going to have a team by the end of August that we really, really like. And therefore, I don't care how we win today. I don't care if we win Potter and Ten Hag having a chat. I like both of them, both wearing suits, looking very smart as well. What if we get a team that we like by the end of August and then we look back at Brighton and we're like, oh, I wish we just won that game. I don't care how we win the game. If we win 1-0 and we get 3 points, 3 points is what matters today. So let's just hope we get that. But Flawless Football says, we all know Fred McFred, but if Eric Ten Hag believes in them, Ten Hag knows more about football than I ever will, says Flawless Football. I don't think he believes in them. I don't think you need to be that, what's the word, anal about it. I don't think you need to be, Ten Hag rates McFred, so everyone's wrong about McFred. We're not wrong about McFred. We watched them all last year. They got absolutely annihilated by most teams. But what else is he supposed to do? Who else is he supposed to pick? I could say I'd pick Donny over McTominay, but I think McTominay gets picked for his height. And also, a lot of you would say, I don't think Donny does deserve to start. Some people want Donny to be sold. So would you pick Garner over McTominay? Well, that's a big risk as well. So realistically, I think he's picking the best of a bad bunch in the midfield. I think that's what he's doing. So I'm quite calm about that. What I am excited about, and I want to talk about the new signings, I'm excited that Lisandro Martinez went straight into the team. And I'm excited that Eriksen went straight into the team because there was a theory that he was just going to pick the team from the tour and that he was going to go with fitness. But Martinez and Eriksen straight into the team, I think that's a real positive, and it brings a bit more of a buzz to that team because I think if Eriksen and Martinez had been on the bench, it would have been Lindelof with Maguire, and it probably would have been, I don't know, maybe Elanga would have started to allow Rashford to go through the middle and Bruno. So, look, I think Eriksen and Martinez starting really just bring a bit of excitement to that team as well, which is important. And it signals, I don't think it signals, I think the importance of Eriksen and Martinez starting is, I don't think that is the team that Ten Hag wants. But at least there's two players where you can go, that's not a Rangnick team, that's not an Ollie team. I was really concerned we were going to see a team today that we could have picked under Solskjaer a year ago. Well, we couldn't have picked this team, but we've got Martinez and we've got Eriksen in there. So at least there's some new players in there. I think that's a positive as well. McFred must be making the last three managers happy, not on the pitch though, says Hader. Okay. In which reality does Maguire bench Varane, says Kevin? This one. Welcome to it. Hi, Mark. Did you see Eric's comments on Varane's fitness? Sounds positive, and I'm excited for him to play more. Our best centre-back. Hope you're okay, mate, says Blosh. Yeah, I think the Varane thing could be about fitness. Hopefully he will work his way into the team. Hi, Mark. Can you say happy birthday to my 12-year-old son, Liam? Happy birthday to Liam. That's from Lee. Thank you very much for the super chat, and happy birthday to Liam. I'm sure you'll get some in the chat as well. Please do subscribe to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner, by the way. But something else I wanted to say. Yeah, just in relation to the starting lineup, it's on the screen next to me there. Delo, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, David De Gea in goal, McTominay, Fred, Eriksen, Bruno, Sancho, Rashford. We've spoken about most areas. I suppose one area which we haven't spoken about, and I did want in fact, let's run a poll. Who should have started? We'll do it now, and then I'll talk about it. Who should have started? A bit of interactivity in the chat. We like to do a bit of this. Just want to grab a sort of, I think I know which way this is going to go. Welcome to the Members Club, James. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Looking forward to seeing Martinez today. 2-0 win, says Daniel. I've gone with 2-0, actually. So who would you have started out, Shaw and Malacia? I think that probably hasn't been discussed enough. I thought he'd go with Shaw. I like Luke Shaw. Welcome to the Members Club, the World of Bluey. Thanks for joining and supporting the channel. Lots of extra content if you're a member, by the way. And don't forget to check out our Fantasy Premier League and all the extra content. Thank you for that. You get your badge next to your name in the chat. 74% of you so far would have gone with Malacia starting. I just want to say this. I would have started Malacia. Shock, horror. What's wrong with Goldbridge? He's so positive. He's not moaning about McFred. He's not moaning about Maguire. And he would have started Malacia over Shaw. What is he on about? But some of you may have remembered I said this in the preview. I think I said it in the preview. I certainly said it last week. If you're going to buy a left back that's going to fight with Luke Shaw, I would start the left back that you bought. Because if you don't start the left back, nothing changes. Luke Shaw remains number one and knows he's number one. And Malacia automatically knows he's the understudy. I would have started Malacia because if you start Malacia, Luke Shaw's got to fight to get his place back. And Malacia is like, look, I can be the first choice. So that's the only reason. I actually think Luke Shaw is the better left back. But I would have started Malacia just to mess around with the players' heads a little bit, make Malacia think he can be number one, make Luke Shaw think he's got to work hard to get his spot back. I mean, look, this could be happening with Varane. It's certainly happening with Ronaldo. We're going to buy more players. So I would have started Malacia. I think he did enough in pre-season to start, but I'm not surprised that Luke Shaw's starting. And a lot of you would have gone with Malacia as well, 75%. Kaiser, welcome to the Members Club. And Nath, welcome to the Members Club as well. Decent team. That midfield and forward is light. Quite excited to see how fluid that front line will be. Glad Martinez starts, as Vignesh. I think we've got to start fast. And energetic. First game of the season at Old Trafford, use the home advantage. That's what we need to do. So, yeah, I expect that to happen from Manchester United. Now, I do want to talk a little bit of transfer news. Did you say we have got an Adam clip as well? Yeah, we'll get Adam's thought. How long's that? Okay. Just a little quote from Eric Ten Hag on Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is working really hard to get in the right fitness levels. It will take time. He started pre-season last week, so it depends how quick he is progressing. So it's completely about fitness with Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's where we are with that at the moment. Let me just, I'll whack that on Twitter. On my Twitter, I can't get into United Stand, so if you want to grab that, there it is. It's on my Twitter now, at Mark Goldbridge. Give us a follow. Hi, Mark. We've been linked with 1 billion players this window. Who would you sign if you could only have one last signing? It's got to be Frankie. We need a midfielder. We need two. We need two forwards actually, and a midfielder. We need two midfielders and two forwards. That's what we need. But I mean, at the moment, I don't know. Did you hear? Arnautovic is the new Josh King. We're going to talk about that in a minute, Zulfi. And the Butcher will lock it down for us today. Martinez, man of the match. You heard it here first, says Lewis. I hope so. I'm really excited to see Martinez and Eriksen, to be fair. But look, can I just say as well, I know I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I just want to give them a bigger shout out. Sneak Energy are sponsoring our stream today. I'm really excited about this. If you watch my FIFA career mode on Twitch, I'm sponsored by Sneak on there. Please use the code SneakBridge on sneakenergy.com. You can scan the QR code with your phone, or you can go through the link in the description. What is Sneak Energy? Well, it's a low-calorie, sugar-free energy drink, clean energy that puts you in control, available in powder or cans, and you just mix 1 scoop in there with a load of water. You shake it up, and you've got your energy drink for the day. Keeps you sharp and alert. Shipped UK-wide, next-day delivery. Does it worldwide as well. I'm on the cherry bomb today. You can get one of these containers and 9 different sachets to try as part of a starter pack, or you can just go straight for a 40-serving tub. So the first 200 people to go through using the code SneakBridge get a 10% discount as well, which I know a lot of you who watch Twitch will be all over. So check it out. It's quick. You can do it. And I'm on the cherry bomb today. My favorite flavor is probably blue raspberry, but what I like to do, a little bit of a tip, scoop in, water to there, couple of ice cubes. Lovely. Shake it up, though. Shake it up. You've got to shake it up. So yeah, I'm on the cherry bomb today. It's also packed with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to heighten your reaction times and keep you focused. So check it out. SneakBridge is the code. Links in the chat, or you can just go straight with your QR code scan. First 200 of you get a 10% discount as well. Big shout out to Sneak Energy. And I'm really pleased that they are doing a United Stand sponsor, because we need a bit of energy. I want to use that line that I use when I'm scoring goals on FIFA. Give me some Sneak. I want to be doing that at least twice today. But look, I don't want to just avoid the fact that we might lose. I feel like it's Goldbridge's somber moment here. There was so much hope as we approached a new season. Ten Hag filled the fan base with excitement and joy, but it all went wrong very quickly. Maguire got beat for pace by Welbeck on the first goal, and it got bad from there. No, it could happen. And I think that's where excitement comes from, isn't it? The fact that things could go wrong, but you want them to go right. It's part of the buzz. So, yeah, of course, things could go wrong. I'm looking forward to this game. Just watching the players walk out now. I don't know whether Ronaldo's walked out. Is he one of the last to come out? Just check in. Bruno there. Not a big fan of that jumper. Eriksen. I can't see Ronaldo. Maybe he's refusing to come out. Quick, someone do a video. Get out of my club. Are we likely to play a false nine with Bruno, says Sarvesh? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think that's going to happen there. Good morning, Mark. I'm so excited. Yeah, Ronaldo's there. I'm so excited for the new season. Big up to you and the entire United staff, keeping up as updated, informed all summer. United Stand staff. Let's be positive, support our players and coach. Let's go, says the Ward of Louis. I don't agree with that, Louis. I do agree with you bigging up the United Stand, but I don't think you have to be completely positive about these players if you don't want to be. I mean, they did shit on the shirt last year. I don't think they get a clean slate like Ten Hag, Eriksen, Martinez does. Like, there are certain players in that team that don't get a clean slate, in my opinion, but they get a chance. That's what they get. I agree with you that we need to be positive today. And look, if Maguire scores the winner and he gets man of the match, I think we should be happy about that, and he should be praised about that. The only way to turn the criticism around, where you go? The only way to turn the criticism around is not to do PR. It's not to get into arguments. It's not to get your family members involved. It's to perform on the pitch. And if they perform on the pitch, they'll get the praise. And all these people who try and defend these players saying, oh, they get unfair abuse and this, that, and the other. Well, abuse that's unfair is when it's personal and hateful. But abuse because you're a crap footballer, well, that's what you're paid to do. And if you're not very good at it, it's been going on for decades. Social media obviously highlights that, but I've been going to the game since the 80s and players have always got shit for being shit. So the best way to shut up criticism is to play well. And that's what some of these players have do. If you're Christian Eriksen or you're Martinez or you're Ten Hag or you're Malacia, you've got a complete clean slate. You've never done anything in a United shirt before. Let's see what you can do. You're welcome. Some of those players may as well have shat on the shirt on the pitch last year. They don't just get they're not going to get the luxury of a few 6 out of 10 performances. They've got to play well from game one. They're on their last chance, some of these players, and they've got to grab it. And if they grab it, they'll get the praise. Are we likely to play false nine? Yes, we've done that from Sarvish. Mark, even if Frenkie de Jong doesn't come, do you think we will sign more players? Says I'm going to talk about that now, Ma. Joseph says, can't wait for the season to get underway. Keep the great work. Thank you, Joseph. The Glazers have ruined us. Ten Hag has been hung out to dry. I give him until Christmas, to be honest, says user234. Why is Varane not playing? Was Maguire seriously picked over Varane? Says Raj. And McFred are squad players at best. Unfortunately, under the current circumstances, they're our best in the absence of the best. And indeed, I think you probably raise a point to be debated there. I think you're probably right. I think that they are playing because we might not have anything else. 74% of you would have started Malacia over Shaw. We've ended that poll there. Ronaldo is on the bench. Let's have a little bit of a chat about transfers news then, because there is a bit of a transfer update coming in. Didn't do a morning show this morning because obviously we had Adam's road trip or outside Old Trafford talking about the game ahead. Just before we do that, 35,000 of you watching, please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Now's the time to click that button. You can see the little badge in the bottom right-hand corner. Please click it and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get up to 406,000 before kickoff. We're currently 300 away. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock with the news. We normally have a 2 o'clock show as well in the afternoon. We'll react to any transfers that happen, any big news that happen. Watchalongs, match reaction. Remember, in my match reaction, we'll be putting out on the website in the second half. You can vote the player ratings, the only interactive player rating show for Man United fans that we do and react to live. You mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average, star next to your man of the match. That's instantaneously after the game on My Match Reaction. We've got the fan forum back today. Can't remember who's on the fan forum, but I definitely know. No, I don't know who's on the fan forum. I think Jay's on, Jordan's on, Holly's on. I think it's Charlie, because obviously Beth, Adam and Ricky there at the match will have their match reaction, fan blogs, and a few other as well. So there's loads going on the United Stand. It's about you. It's about interactivity. It's about chat. It's about debate. It's not about easy conversation. It's not about running down Lollipop Lane and, you know, bathing in a raspberry swimming pool. That would be quite horrible, actually. It'd be horrible and red and sticky. But you know what I mean? We're not a fantasy channel. We're a football channel. And a football channel is about what's best for your club. And I said it on TalkSport last night. And I'll say it to you right now. It's a bloody embarrassment. What's the excuse and who's to blame? Why are all the pundits and you not putting our club, one of the biggest clubs in the world, why at the start of the season are we not being predicted to be in the top 4 universally? Whether it's Gary Lineker, Gary Neville, or Gary from the live chat on the United Stand, nobody is putting United in the top 4. That is on the Glazers. Not acceptable. Not acceptable. But today is about Brighton. It's about Man United. One step at a time. There's still a little bit left in the transfer window. Come on, you Red Devils. Thank you, Mark. I watch every day, says Brandon. There's still a little bit left in the transfer window. I want to talk about that now. Whatever happens, all we can do is try and fight each game and grab 3 points, grab 3 points, grab 3 points. We're up against it. I think Ten Hag is up against it. Right, so let's talk about some transfer news. We're about half an hour away from the match starting. And the transfer news that we're getting... hello? Yeah, I'll do it in about 5 minutes. We're going to talk to Adam outside Old Trafford in 5 minutes. But let's just go through a bit of transfer news. So last night, there was a lot of excitement coming out of social media, right? Where Manchester United... I can't remember who it was. Was it DiMarzio? I don't think it was Romano. Somebody linked Fabian Ruiz to Manchester United. Spanish midfielder playing in Serie A at the moment. Lots of people like him. He can play in a lot of positions. A lot of people were getting really excited, saying this is the player we should go for. If we don't get De Jong, he'd be perfect. I mean, I personally think De Jong's better, but if you don't get De Jong, you've got to go for something. And people were getting really excited about it last night. Fabian Ruiz to Manchester United. I can't remember who it was. Maybe somebody in the chat knows who it was who linked us to him. I have United in the top 4. 2 reasons. Ronaldo and Ten Hag, says Theo. Good. Donny should be midfield instead of Scott, and Rashford not a striker, says Darren. Hi, Mark. Reckon we get any new players before the Brentford game, says Farhan. I think it could be a big week for De Jong. We'll talk about that in a minute. Jasper, welcome to the Members Club. And Click's been a member for 9 months. He says, any thoughts on the protests happening today? I've not really seen about the protest, Click. I know there was a protest. I don't know how big it was, but I actually applaud it. I know some people don't like it, but I applaud it because at least they're being consistent. So I applaud it. The board refuses to overpay, but they simply don't realise how the market has evolved, says Decoy. And come on, Brighton. Fabio Ruiz won't save you, says Zane Miassi. He's in the house. So wake up this morning about Fabian Ruiz and the bubble is burst because apparently he's going to PSG and it's very, very advanced. And I think that was Romano who said that. So I think it was James Robson, who's been quite good this summer, but he's getting a bit of stick at the moment because he said we'd put a £50 million bid in for Anthony and a lot of people think we didn't. And last night he said that we've gone in for Fabian Ruiz. And then Romano comes out this morning and says that PSG are very advanced with Ruiz. So I don't think we're getting Fabian Ruiz. I don't think we're getting Fabian Ruiz. I think some people think we are. I don't think that we are. I think he'll go to PSG. Renato Sanchez has gone to PSG. There was even a story coming out just before I went live that there's a rumour, and that Gerard Romero had said it, that PSG will get De Jong, Verratti will go to Man City, and Bernardo Silva will go to Barcelona. And we'll be stood there with our pants down going, what do we get? So I don't know. There's so much going on at the moment. A couple of days ago, people were trying to say that De Jong's going to Chelsea. Now he's going to PSG. I still believe he's coming to United. I still believe we've got something locked down privately. And I think something's going to happen this week. So on De Jong, let's wait and see what happens. Fabian Ruiz, I don't think it's going to happen. Sangari's not going to happen. He signed the new contract with PSV literally this morning or last night. So Sangari is not going to happen. But it was never going to happen with Sangare because Sangare was a player that me and you liked. But I always said about Sangare, PSV midfielder, this was a team that pushed Ten Hag for the title all season. I can say I like Sangare. You can say you like Sangare. But if Ten Hag, who managed the team that competed against Sangare, doesn't go for him, there must be some reason he thinks that McTominay or Fred are better. I don't know what, but he must. I mean, it's not like he hasn't gone for players from the Eredivisie. I mean, he took Malacia from Feyenoord that he didn't manage. So he knows about Malacia. So he must know about Sangare. And apparently, no, well, we're not going to get him. So nothing happening there. There is also a story about Gakpo. I can't remember who it was, said that we're not negotiating for Gakpo either. But the most interesting story I heard, and I think it was Dimarzio saying that United are looking at Arnautovic, formerly of West Ham, Austrian striker. He is Austrian, isn't he? I always get Austria and Switzerland mixed up. He's Austrian. Austrian striker, Marco Arnautovic, linked to Manchester United. Used to play with Ten Hag at FC20, apparently. And apparently Man United are looking at him. Now, all I've got to say about this is Ten Hag did a great job with Sebastian Haller from West Ham. So could he do a good job with another former West Ham striker? But I said this on a show yesterday. No Anthony, no Darwin Nunez, no plan A for Ten Hag. So he's got to start going for plan B, C and D, which is what this board inflicts on every manager. This is why every manager fights with one arm behind their back. Look, if Ten Hag wants an Arnautovic, go and get him, but he's not plan A and he's not plan B. This is plan desperation. It's plan D. And we've seen this before. We've seen it with Ighalo. We've seen it with Falcao. We've seen it with Cavani. We've seen this so many times over the years where we don't get what we want. We approach the end of the transfer window and we go for plan D, plan desperation. And it can work. We had, differing levels of success with Falcao and Ighalo and Cavani. But it's desperation. And when you're trying to close the gap on Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, what are the chances of closing the gap with late desperation signings? They might work out, but they are what they are. They're desperate. Thoughts on Anthony alternatives, Ziyech and Sane, says Smith. Well, I've not heard anything more about the Sane story, but I liked it. Avram Glazer is in attendance. Hope he gets the raucous welcome he deserves, says Ren. Yeah, me too. Me too. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace. The board refuses to overpay, but they simply don't realise how the market has evolved. That's from Decoy. I think we've read that before. Okay, so look, Adam's at the ground. I think we should get a little bit from Adam and see what he's got to say as the atmosphere and buzz builds. 28 minutes away from kickoff. Let's hear from Adam.
Okay, team news in. The most anticipated team news that I think every United fan has been waiting for in God knows how many years. What is Ten Hag going to do first game of the season? Well, we've got McTominay, we've got Fred, but we've got a false nine as well. It looks like Eriksen, from what I can see, playing just behind Bruno, false nine, and Sancho and Rashford either side. Exciting, yes. Energetic, yes. Control of the ball, you would expect it to be. We've got players there that are really going to look after the ball in Eriksen, Sancho. A lot of emphasis on Rashford today, filling in for Bruno when Bruno pulls in here, there and everywhere. We know what he's like. It's going to be interesting to see how Ten Hag actually controls Bruno in all of this. But back four, even more interesting. Shaw does come back in, as we thought he would, but Martinez and Maguire, that is going to be the settled centre-back partnership, I think, going forward. I think all the way through now, I think we're going to see it chop and change when one of them two is unfit or injured. That's all we can say, I think, with them. And Dalot, I think, has secured the right-back position. What happens from here? I don't know. I've gone with 2-1. I'm going to stick with that line-up as a 2. I still think 2-1. I think everything is dependent on United and how we approach this game. I think Brighton will sit tight. They'll be expansive on the break, I'm guessing. But in terms of United and our team news, pretty exciting. And ballsy that he hasn't gone. He's resisted the urge to play Cristiano. So I think that's the most important thing from all of this and the most intriguing bit. But you know what? I'm not too disheartened with that team. I think we've got definite positives in there. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the game with that team. And it'll be really interesting to see how that works today.
Nice to see Adam there outside Old Trafford. Lovely sunny day. Retro top. Lovely stuff. So, Mark, you're spot on, says Shane Matthews with a £10 super chat. Thank you, Shane. He says, Eric Ten Hag Wouldn't be waiting around for a player unless he has reassurances from the player that he will come. Like you, I think this is a big week in how our season plays out, says Shane. Yeah, I do. I think that I think this will be the week on Dion, one way or another. And it has to be the week because La Liga starts. I mean, it could go to the end of the window. I will say that. It could go to the end of the window, but I feel that this is a big week. There seems to be a lot of teams sort of sniffing around Frankie de Jong. And if somebody is going to swoop in, I don't think it will go to the end of the window. So I think it could be a big week. Yeah, definitely. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. We're really close to 406,000. Get involved with the United Stand. It's free to do it. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Please do subscribe. Also, bottom right-hand corner, and it's on the screen now. Scan the QR code. Sneak Energy Drinks are sponsoring our stream today. Well happy that they are. Sugar-free, low-calorie energy drinks. If you're into your energy drinks or you want to try some, Sneak's the way to go. Sneakenergy.com. Please use the code SneakBridge. First 200 people who use it get 10% off. I'm on the cherry bomb today. You can get a starter pack where you get one of these and 9 different sachets to try. Or you can just go for a straight 40 serving tub delivered to your door. Basically, 1 scoop into the bottom, water up to there, shake it all about. You've got a lovely flavour. I always put a couple of ice cubes in. Cherry bomb. Here we go. Lovely energy. I need it. I want them to sponsor the stream because I'm live for like 3 hours. So I normally drink it anyway. So it's absolutely brilliant that they're sponsoring the stream. Check it out. Please use the code SneakBridge. Links in the description, or just use technology. Put your phone, camera, QR code. You're away. First 200 get 10% off with that code. Check it out. Check it out. How we're going to line up is interesting. Obviously, no Martial, no Ronaldo. Ronaldo's on the bench. So Luke says it shows how we need to improve. Well, I'll tell you what. It's going to be very interesting. If we can get this right, there should be quite a lot of clever interchangeability, which is something that we haven't seen at United for a long time, whether it's Mourinho or Ollie. You know, false nines and interchangeability is just not what they're all about. Mourinho's got his way of playing, and Ollie's, well, nobody knows what he was trying to do. Ten Hag is a modern manager. Will it be Rashford down the middle with Bruno playing off the left? Will it be Eriksen as a false nine? Will it be Bruno as a false nine with Rashford off the left? We don't know. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see. Will the midfield play with 1 holding player, with Fred or McTominay, or will we play with a midfield 2 of Fred and McTominay? Will we play with a diamond, which allows one of Fred or McTominay to be box-to-box? Lots to see. Bruno needs a good performance. He's been crap. Yeah, we are. You know what? I think, Nate, as somebody who really likes Bruno, I think it's a really good point. I've been very, very fair in my criticism of Bruno because everybody knows I like Bruno, but he has been as crap as anybody else. And I think that, you know, you've got to be even-handed, and he owes us a big performance. Definitely. There's no 2 ways about it. He does. XE says, I can't stand this. No consequences for Rashford Maguire for spitting on the pride of our club and now have to back them like nothing happened. No Hannibal on the bench, and he didn't play for the youth yesterday. Hearing anything about a loan, says Joshua. I think Hannibal's surely going to go on a loan. Surely. But, you know, no Lindelof on there either. I think that's quite interesting. I'm just trying to see if we've got any quotes coming in from Ten Hag, in fact, because no Lindelof on the bench, and he's been playing all pre-season. So you would have thought that, you know, maybe he would be involved, but no, nothing from Lindelof. Maybe he's got a slight injury as well. I don't know. Or maybe he just doesn't need 2 centre-backs. Seeing McFred depresses me, says Red. Look, one thing you need to think here is, remember the opening game of the season last year? We beat Leeds and McTominay and Fred played well. I think it was a couple of years before that, we beat Chelsea 4-0. We've got a good record of starting the season well at Old Trafford. What comes afterwards? Reality. But there's every reason to believe that we'll get a good result today. So let's see if we can do that. This team will have no work rate and no runners, says Mel. I mean, look, let's not sleep on Brighton. They are the underdog, but they smashed us at the end of last season. They're a good footballing side. I mean, look, they are weaker without Basuma and Cucurella, but they play as a team. And a team that plays as a team will beat a team that plays as individuals. And that was what we had last year. So the first obstacle for Manchester United, without question, is to work as a team. And I think that is what we're looking for. I want to see a strong start. Ten Hag has been asked who will play in Ronaldo's position. It can be Bruno, but most of the time it will be Christian Eriksen. He's really good at playing that role. So it looks like we're playing a false 9 with Eriksen and Bruno rotating. That may lean towards McTominay and Fred playing as a 2 then, although you could still play with 1 holding and 2 number 8s with Bruno and Eriksen interchanging. Roy Keane's made an interesting quote. He says, you can't think that Martial is the answer. He isn't. He's had a decent pre-season, big deal. Keano's back. You could say the agenda's back. I mean, look, I love Roy Keane, but I've said this so many times before. There is, why does Martial get spoken about like that consistently and Rashford doesn't? You know, that's my point. Like, I love Roy Keane and I like Rashford, but I see it all the time. The way the media treats people like Martial, Ronaldo, Pogba, De Gea compared to Henderson, Maguire, Rashford, it's very, very different. Very different. And it always seems to be you can go in on a foreign player much more than you can go in on an English player. And I call it out because I just don't like it. Ten Hag talking about Ronaldo says, I cannot say when Ronaldo will start. It depends on how quickly he progresses with his fitness. I think we've mentioned that before. He says, we've got to act as a team. I want to see a team performance every game. That is the most important. Football is a team sport. Oh my God. OMG. What was I saying 2 minutes ago? This man is in tune with the fans. And he's right. I mean, I just said it. I feel really proud now because I'd said it without seeing the quote. He's right. We lost to Brighton last year because they played as a team. We've got a better players, but we played as individuals. We didn't play for each other. We played for ourselves. Brighton play as a team. Ten Hag is correct. The first thing we've got to do is play as a team. Any other quotes from him? No. Okay, that's it. Squad numbers, by the way, new squad numbers. Eriksen's number 14. So he's took Lingard's shirt. Martinez is number 6. He's taken Pogba's shirt. And I believe Malacia is 21. Dan James. So upgrades. Well, Eriksen's better than Lingard. Martinez better than Pogba. Well, probably not on talent, but on excitement and what we need at the club, probably yes. Right. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's see if we can hit 406,000 before the game starts. The media treat Gerrard differently at Villa. He currently had the same win rate as Neville at Valencia, says Raz. I don't understand how Van der Beek isn't starting. Bruno and McFred have had a bad season and still play. No sign of De Jong. I'm worried about Donny, Barry. I am worried about Donny because this is the manager that made Donny and he still doesn't start him. So you've got to suggest there that there's an issue. We need to give McTominay the chance to show Ten Hag how awful he is. Then most definitely he'll be dropped, says Shannon. I don't think, you know what though? I thought McTominay was crap in pre-season and he still starts. Like I would love to watch training. I've got this theory that in training, McTominay is like a combination of Koulibaly, prime Zidane, and prime Messi, and Kante. I think that is what McTominay in training must be the world's best player because I haven't seen him have a good game for United since Burnley in January. And yet he starts nearly every game when he's fit. I mean, it baffles me. So I'm just hoping we see training ground McTominay because you can't argue with the fact that Mourinho liked him, Oli liked him, Rangnick liked him, Ten Hag likes him. Can't be in his contract. He only gets paid about 30 grand a week. If these players perform poorly today and in the next game or two, they won't keep their place going forward, says Scythe. The media treat Gerald, done that one from Raz. Wow, looks like Martinez giving Shaw some direction pre-game, pointing to his head. Looks like we have a defensive leader in the midst, says Sash. And can Ronaldo buy out the final year of his contract if no club buys him? Ronaldo being a bench player is not sustainable. He won't be happy, says Majek. I wouldn't read anything into that. I mean, this is why I would have started Ronaldo, if I'm honest with you, because it becomes the Ronaldo show if you don't start him. If you start him, everyone's like, Ronaldo's starting. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he didn't look fit. He comes off after an hour. I respect Ten Hag. He's the manager. He's got to do what he thinks is right. But, I mean, very obviously, Ronaldo's not fit for 90 minutes. That's why he's not starting. I mean, we all expected that to happen. But you'll get people saying, like someone just said there, he should buy out his contract. But Kevin says, prove today we live in the Matrix. People comparing Messi's bicycle kick to Ronaldo Champions League bicycle and Maguire starting ahead of Varane, says Kevin. I never thought we'd live in a world like that, but, variety is something of life, isn't it? Fred says, at least we'll get to see how good Ten Hag is with last year's team and just how much he can get hold of this lot, says Fred. Malacia is number 12. He's been wearing it all pre-season, says Kyle. Mate, I'm not one of them. You know what? Watch my FIFA career mode. People get into meltdown about me just not changing squad numbers. I don't care about squad numbers. There's one number I care about at Manchester United, and it's 7. Every other number I couldn't give a shit. I mean, thinking about it, I don't know what number Delo is. Oh, I do now. It's on the screen, 20. Oh, I know all. I know them all. But yeah, I mean, I could probably guess most of the United's line numbers, but it really doesn't matter to me. At least I know Malacia is signed. Right, we're going to do result poll time. We go United win, draw, or Brighton. So I'm hoping to see a massive amount of United positivity on the poll, on the results. I mean, look, to be fair, most of you were predicting we were going to win last year against Brighton with Ranić in charge when we were shit. So I'm hoping that today with Ten Hag in charge, we do get a lot of positivity. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0 Manchester United. I think we will win. We could do 3. I mean, look, realistically, I don't blame anybody going for 4-0. We beat Leeds 4-0 last year, did we? We definitely beat Chelsea. We beat Draughty's gone with 7-0. One day that'll happen. We've got. I will say it in my match reaction. I'm sure I'll overreact and say we're going to win the league. But when I've calmed down a bit, I will say. Well, if I say it now, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? If we win 4 or 5-0 today, it doesn't mean we're going to win the league. It doesn't mean we're going to get top 4. In fact, if we win 6-0 today, I don't think we're getting top 4 because it's one game against Brighton at home where there's a load of positivity. That squad is not good enough to get top 4. So I don't care how many we win by today. We're not getting top 4 until we buy some more players. But it would be real positivity, which we need. And I said it yesterday jokingly, but if we beat Brighton and we beat Brentford, and I think we will, we'll have 6 points when we play Liverpool. Even if Liverpool beat Palace next week, they can only have 4 points. So 6 points plays 4 points, third game of the season, Liverpool. Imagine if we beat them, we'd be 5 points ahead of them. So, look, you can. Ten Hag's right. You've got to take it a game at a time. And I know I'm talking nonsense there. I'm not saying we will beat Liverpool or Brighton or Brentford, but I think that's what you've got to look at. You've got to take every game one game at a time. And I tell you what, if Liverpool came to Old Trafford and played like they did at Craven Cottage, I'd fancy us to get a result. So, look, it's all very easy to predict where we're going to be in May, and I think we won't be in the top 4, but take a game at a time. Every game's a battle. 4-0 Man United, says Richard. Below is not English anymore, says Akshay. He is on the preview. He's still English on the preview. Seeing number 21, not assigned to any player, gives me hope on De Jong, says Amar. I'm hoping for a 2-0 win today. Good to get a clean sheet, says Reverse. And look, we've not even spoken about David De Gea. Dean Henderson is apparently searching on Amazon for some lower back pain issue because he's going to be picking the ball out the net a lot this season. But look, David De Gea faces a big season. I'm a massive fan of David De Gea, but I said last year his stats were appalling in relation to coming for crosses, passes out from the back, terrible. But 4 years ago, they were okay under Mourinho. So he can do it. He's got to do it. Under this manager, he's got to do it. Let's see if he can. Hi from Holland, says Vincent. Number 21 to Malacia. That is Frankie's preferred number. Perhaps this means nothing, says Vincent. Second one to say that. Very happy to be finally watching a match. This has been the most tiring transfer window ever. It is a bit of escapism. I agree with you there, Adam, who's a member for 22 months. Thank you, Adam. Yuri's been a member for 19 months. Thank you. He says 4-1. But beating you all is Franco, who's been a member for 35 months and says, crowd cheering Ronaldo. Mark, what are your thoughts? I don't like the word proper fans because you're not a proper fan if you go to Old Trafford. You're not a proper fan if you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning in LA. We're all United fans. But what I have said about Ronaldo, there's absolutely no way. And there was a journalist last week who said that the people singing for Ronaldo, it was a very different crowd to the normal crowd. And it was really arrogant, actually. They said something along the lines of the game against Vallecano last week was a family crowd. It wasn't your typical crowd and was sort of dismissing the amount of people that were singing about Ronaldo. Well, today is the hardcore season ticket holders and they're singing for Ronaldo. And I said this before. I am of a certain age. I remember Ronaldo's debut. I remember Ronaldo's career at United. There's absolutely no way United fans at Old Trafford, season ticket holders for years, are going to boo Ronaldo because they remember what Ronaldo did. They won't do it. They just won't do it unless something horrific happens. They will not boo Ronaldo based on what's happened this summer. They'll sing his name because he's a legend. So it doesn't surprise me at all. So gas for this game. Our life is back. Let's just hope they don't ruin it after one game. We've got to win, Fearless Official. We've got to win, haven't we? Andrew Rossi says, I'd like to see Garnacho get some playtime today. Interested to see what he does against the proper EPL squad. Remember, he can make 5 subs. 5 subs is going to be interesting. We've had a manager in Solskjaer who didn't like making subs at all. So I'm interested to see. That's something I can't tell you about Ajax. I mean, I watched Ajax quite a lot last season, but I can't remember what his sub strategy is like. So we'll have to see. Ronaldo at 50% is a better option than any other player in United at that position. So Ronaldo should be knighted by the Queen, says the World of Bluey. Come on, United, let's get some positivity in the club, says Ali. Can't believe how excited I am for this game, despite how shambolic our transfer window has been. The closer it gets, the more nervous excitement I get. Football is back, says It's a Duck. Yeah, we just got to win today. What we don't want to be is a headline. Liverpool was a headline yesterday, dropping points against Fulham. Arsenal won. Spurs won. Chelsea won. I'm not interested in Liverpool or Man City. They're way better than us. Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea won. They're the ones we've got to try and beat and stay with. And a lot of people say we won't be able to do it. So there's no excuse. Spurs beat Southampton at home. Chelsea beat Everton away. Arsenal beat Palace away. We've got Brighton at home. We should be winning this game if we want to be competitive this year. There's no need to over-egg the pudding. We should be winning this game. The Glazers are at Old Trafford, says Mr. 7. Well, let's hope they get a bit of a welcome. Can't believe how excited I've done that one. 25 months, Daniel Luciano has been a member. Quite optimistic today, but against a tougher opposition, that won't be the case. I'm excited, but the clock is running out on transfers, says Daniel. Yeah, on transfers, by the way, I don't think we'll be going... With 3.5 weeks left in the window, that's not enough for United to go for new targets. I don't think United are going to buy any new targets. And what I mean by that is, I don't see us going for a Ruiz or a Sane. I don't see anything like that, any big new targets. I don't think this time. I think it's De Jong. Maybe we go for Anthony again, or a desperation Arnautovic. I don't see us going for big targets late on, to be honest with you. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. We're nearly at 40,000 watching, and we've not even started the game yet. So get involved with the United Stand, bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. We're trying to hit 406,000 before kickoff. You're very welcome on the United Stand. Obviously, we've got player ratings you can vote for in the second half. 8 o'clock shows, 10 o'clock shows, 2 p.m. shows, match reaction. We're live all the way through the Watchalong. We've got fan vlogs. We've got a fan forum afterwards. Loads of interaction, loads of discussion. Get involved today. Goal scorers is really interesting. I can't predict goal scorers because it's just so difficult. But, I mean, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. You've got people who like Rashford. You've got people like Bruno, like me. I like them both. You've got people who like Maguire. You've got people like McTominay. Here's something for you to ponder. If these players are so good, tell me the last time they played well. Like, we admire from a distance or begrudge people like Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah. These players that play consistently well all the time. And, well, Hibs have just equalised in the last 30 seconds against Hearts in the Edinburgh Derby. 5 minutes added on. They've just scored in the 94th minute and 40 seconds. Don't you just love football, eh? But no, going back to my point. So Rashford, Bruno, Maguire, McTominay, when was the last time they had a good game? This is what amazes me. Like, I can't tell you the last time any of those players had a good game. And we're probably talking double figures of games. Like, I can't remember the last time they had a good game. How is that acceptable as a Man United player? How can you call yourself a Man United player or a player that should earn 200 grand a week when you haven't had a good game in 10? The big players can have a bad game. But to play for Man United, you've got to be playing well 7 out of 10. We're lucky if we get 1 out of 10. So what I'm thinking is, when I think about goal scorers, if these players are going to play better under Ten Hag, then surely we're going to start seeing Rashford scoring again. Surely we're going to start seeing Bruno scoring again. Surely we're going to start seeing Maguire scoring headers or McTominay scoring a header. Surely that's what improvement is. Because we can't keep going through giving these players 5 out of 10 at the end of the game. And they deserve 5 out of 10. Most of last season, they deserved below average. But what I'm expecting is we're going to get to see Maguire scoring goals from corners, surely. We're going to start seeing Rashford getting a couple of goals a game because that's what they should be doing. And I think we've forgotten about this. They're Man United players. We're meant to be improving. Paid a lot of money, pay a lot of money in wages. They can't just coast through another season. You know, this is not a hide-and-seek competition. This is Man United. So I'm expecting to start seeing Maguire scoring from corners, maybe McTominay as well, Rashford chipping in with a few goals. You know, that's what I'm expecting. So let's wait and see. 5 minutes to the start of this game. Get excited. Don't know why, but I can't see many goals today. Excited to see Martinez and Eriksen. You never know with Brighton. They draw a lot of games, but they never do well at Old Trafford. Only one keeper on the bench. This can't be right. Says, good one. Big up to Sneak. Make sure you get yourself some Sneak Energy. Sugar-free, low-calorie energy drinks. Get me some Sneak. I'll be saying that if we score. Please use the code SneakBridge. First 200 of you get 10% off using that code. So check it out while you can now. Shipped right to your door. You can get a starter pack where you get 9 different sachets and one of these. They also do tubs, cans, fizzy drinks, the lot. So check it out. Sneak Energy, big shout out for them. Low-calorie, sugar-free energy drinks to make you feel sharp and alert. Get you through the game. Hopefully not to keep you awake. Hopefully to keep you excited. Only one keeper. We've done that one. Are we fitting Eriksen and Bruno in one team? That's why Ronaldo isn't starting, says Mohit. No, Ronaldo's not starting because he's not fit. Mark, they're not even broadcasting Man United games in the Netherlands. 2 years ago, there wasn't a game they wouldn't show. Have we really fallen this low, says Angry Brit. Wow, I thought they would be showing that because it's a bit like Norway when we had Ollie. They bloody loved United, didn't they? So I'm surprised by that. Really surprised. Yap Stam says, my feeling is that Frankie de Jong will come to Manchester United. They know for a long time that Frankie de Jong wants to come. Otherwise, they would never push this long. Yeah, so many conflicting stories. But we're about to start this match. I hope you're excited about it. It's a long wait. And I can say it with total honesty now. Pre-season's great. It's a great buzz pre-season, but it's a prelude to reality. This is where it starts. It doesn't matter what you do in pre-season. It doesn't matter how sharp you look in pre-season. I mean, I heard a great line, actually, about Anthony Martial. He didn't have a great pre-season. I'll argue it with everybody. He didn't have a great pre-season because he's not fit. Pre-season is about being ready for Brighton. Martial didn't have a great pre-season because he's injured. That's the most important thing. Pre-season is about being ready for today. And that's what it's all about. It's about today. Look at Liverpool. They played really well in the Community Shield, but it's just, you know, it's a charity game. They drew against Fulham. I'm sure Klopp would swap the Community Shield for 3 points yesterday. So, look, let's do it. Don't know why, but I can see... okay. Interesting watching the warm-up. Martinez was telling the other 3 defenders what to do when you move. He seems to have natural leadership, says Glenn. Give him the captaincy. To all United, good luck for the season. I hope we go well. And remember, it's Glazers and not Eric Ten Hag, says Nabil. Good point. Time to back the lads and Ten Hag. Let's go, says Pat. I watched 2 games at the MCG. I can't wait for kickoff. Love this club, says Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. Alec, thank you for the super chat. And Ten Hag just said Eriksen will play as a 9, says Wayne Greener. I'd rather Bruno played as the 9 because I think Eriksen's is the better player, creative from deep. Corey, welcome to the Members Club. Oh, no, he's been a member for 9 months. Thanks, everyone who's joined the Members Club and supports the channel. I can see you with your badges in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. I don't know whether we hit it, but let's have a look. We hit it. Thank you very much. 406,000. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand. It's free to do it. We're about ready to go here. Excited. Let's see a quick start. We're ready to go as fans. They're ready to go in Old Trafford. Let's see a quick, energetic start from United. Let's try and blast Brighton. Arsenal did this against Palace on Friday night. First 15 minutes, they swarmed them. Let's see if we can do it as well. Fasten your seatbelts and grab your something. We're ready to go here, and we're very, very excited about it. Thanks, everyone who's tuning in. And please share the video as well. Smash a like. Let's get ready to rumble. The game is about to start, and Manchester United going for 3 points here, hopefully, against Brighton, who we don't disrespect. David De Gea, 12 years a legend, says Lucas. Yeah, we don't disrespect Brighton here under no circumstances. We're not being disrespectful. We know what they can do, but you've got to be beating teams like this. That's what the aim has to be. You've got to beat teams like this. Let's go. Rudy's grabbing something. I mean, one thing I would say about Brighton, this is going to get clipped, they don't really have much traditional firepower. Like, they don't have Kent up front. If you know, you know. Welbeck is not necessarily known as being clinical. In fact, I remember him missing a sitter, I think last season at Old Trafford. So Ronaldo in front of Ten Hag, next to Garner. He won't be happy. Lindelof's got an injury, says Gunny. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Mark, very, very excited, says Saeed. Yeah, look, on the level, Ronaldo won't be happy that he's not starting, but I think he will acknowledge why. Swedish TV confirmed Lindelof left hamstring. Right, we're ready to go. I don't know who the ref is. There's no taking of the knee anymore, so it should just be whistle and go. No, the ref. No, they are still taking the knee for the first game. Okay. And we go. We're off. There you go. Sorry, Mark, only just tuned in. What's your thoughts on Eriksen up front, says Oliver? Well, it's a stopgap, isn't it? We need to buy somebody, and we need to... Delo. What's Delo doing there? Side netting straight away. Good effort by Brighton, by Trossard. I mean, that was just slow start by Delo. I'm sorry. He could see this was going to happen. I don't know what he's trying to do. He holds onto the ball for too long, and then he tries to play the pass, and it was so obvious it was going to get blocked down. And I mean, De Gea's not going to get done on the front post. Trossard hits it well, but it's side netting. De Gea just moving his hand out the way, he knows. But that was silly by Delo. It was so obvious. So obvious what was going to happen there. So, look, let's get going. Mark, I can't believe Maguire is benching Varane, says Mohammed. He might score today. Oh, this is a bit of a slow start from United here. So it looks like we are playing a diamond. Fred's coming to get the ball off the back four. That terrifies me. But a bit of a slow start from United here. I would like to have seen a quicker start, but yeah, a bit of passing around the back. Brighton, well positioned. Maguire to Martinez. McTominay is playing very high, actually, Scott McTominay. I mean, he used to play as a striker. This is where it's going to be interesting. Remember, we've got the live stats on the screen as well. So under Ten Hag, if you haven't been watching pre-season, the reason we've got live stats now is because obviously some people like their stats, but also under Ten Hag, 70% possession is what he's looking for. Double figure shots, double the amount of passes the opposition play, and a higher pass accuracy. Now, that's going to be difficult against Brighton because they like to pass the ball as well. Look out for Matuma if he comes on. Bright talent coming out of Asia. Made a buzz when he was on loan at Brighton, sister club in Belgium, says Lay. Thank you very much for that. We're grabbing a 5-1, says George. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We've got 71% possession. Look, there you go. So just the first couple of minutes here. And, I mean, look, I want to see United starting off energetically and, on it. But let's be honest, it's opening game of the season. You just don't know what you're going to get, really, do you? Are my eyes deceiving me, or is Varane on the bench? Is bound? Yep. Varane and Ronaldo on the bench. How many European Champions League trophies have they got between them? Definitely got more on the bench than we've got in the whole of bloody Manchester, to be fair. But slow start from United. It's very lethargic. I know we're only 2 minutes in, but it is slow. McTominay with a bad pass there, goes out for a throw-in. But tempo's a bit slow. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of the plan. McTominay's got his collar down. He got pelters for that. On social media. It wasn't me. I said it on YouTube, but I didn't do it on Twitter. No, his collar's down. I think he should have kept it up. I'd have kept it up if I was him. Maguire, long ball out to Rashford. He loves that long ball. Now Rashford with a bit of space. He's got Luke Shaw on the overlap. He's going to shoot. Nah, pass was not good enough by Rashford there. I wish he'd had a shot, actually, edge of the box. Southampton are getting relegated, says Football is Life. That's really relevant. My first Erik Ten Hag watch and nearly conceded from our own kickoff, says Lucas. Plenty of time to go. Fred's fucking hell. Fred and McTominay's first two passes have been shit. This is why we need De Jong. Casido just, I think that was Casido. He's just floored Fred. Maguire takes the free kick. Give me some sneak. Oh my God. How can you put that as a stat? Harry Maguire, most clearances and blocks last season. Great. We were shit and we conceded bloody 4 about 5 times. Trying to make out we had a good defensive season. Come on, Sky. You're better than that. Alpha Gaming, thanks for the super chat there. Rashford. Bruno. Didn't look. Stupid cross. Didn't even look. You can't cross into an area without looking. Brighton have been very well organised. I mean, look, I know Ronaldo's on the bench, but Ronaldo didn't look fit to me against Vallecano last week, so I don't think we can be too reliant on Ronaldo unless it's the last 20 minutes, half an hour. Other than that, we go with what we've got. There's not a lot. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, if Rashford or Sancho have a bad game, this is what we're talking about depth. If Rashford or Sancho have a bad game, and look, Rashford's had lots of bad games in the last 2 years. What you got? If Bruno has a bad game, you know, do you trust Donny? If Fred or McTominay have a bad game, who do you bring on? I mean, that's the point. You know, people moan about Fred and McTominay, but who do you bring on? Garner. I mean, I would like Garner, but it's a massive, massive risk, isn't it? I tell you what, I do not like Fred as the 6. I like Fred as a box-to-box player. I do not like him as a 6. Shielding the back 4 and playing passes is Sancho, though. He's a player that can make something happen. McTominay. Goal! Oh, Bruno! Fucking hell! What a miss! Bloody hell, how's he missed that? He's got to hit the bar. He's got to hit the... Well, he didn't even hit the bar. McTominay's tackled, but it breaks free to the edge of the box. All the time in the world. Oh, fuck off. That's terrible. That is terrible. He's got to hit the target from there. He thinks he's bloody Johnny Wilkinson. I was ready there to go. Bruno's back. He's got to score. He's got, well, I'm not going to say he's got to score, but he's got to hit the bloody target. He's unmarked, edge of the box. It's not bobbled. It's a lovely sunny day. It's a carpet, Old Trafford, if you've ever played on it. And he's bloody put it over the bar. But big chance. Big chance. And United have looked quite comfortable so far. Martinez, every time he gets the ball, he's pointing to where the ball should go, says Sam. And good possession from United, 69% possession, approaching 10 minutes. So, look, Brighton are definitely on the back foot at the moment. And we just need to keep this momentum going. Martinez getting a lot of love in the chat. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Give me some sneak. If you want to get yourself some sneak, remember the first 200 of you get 10% off with the code SneakBridge. Sugar-free energy drinks. You can get your starter pack where you get one of these and 9 different sachets to try. Oh, that's a good shot of Ten Hag. Yeah, first 200 get 10% off with the code SneakBridge. So check it out. You can scan the QR code or go through the link in the description. Yeah, I'm going to start taking some notes for the match reaction. Fred as a 6, don't like. Oh, fucking hell. He makes a good tackle, but I do not like a Fred as a 6. It cost us a goal there, Fred. I like Fred. I just don't like him as a 6, dictating the play. I just don't think he's got the passing range. He did recover well. But I like Fred box to box. I like Fred getting involved. I think that's where he's always played well for us as a 6, defending the back 4. I just don't like it. I don't think he's got the touch or the passing range for it. That's a good pass. Well done, Bruno. Brighton. Good to see Fletcher not on the bench, says Shake. Nice ball by Bruno out to Delo. Cross McTominay. We're trying to put. I'll tell you what we're trying to do, and it might work. We're trying to push Scott McTominay forward as a striker. He's playing really far forward, and obviously with his height, that could be an interesting angle because we've got no height with Eriksen or Bruno through the middle. So I think we're trying to. I'm going to take a note of that. We're trying to put McTominay further forward, and I've always said that McTominay, if there's anything about him, he does more damage in the opposition box than ours. Get Dividendino on, says Future FT. Thanks for all the super chats today. Humphrey says the Maguire-Delo combo on the right of that defence will be found out, says Humphrey. Well, the big question mark with Delo this season is he's definitely won the battle with Wan-Bissaka, but has he won the battle to be a accomplished Manchester United right back? Prediction for West Ham, Man City, says Football Life. I think Man City will win 2-1. I love Martinez. Sancho needs to be involved more as well, says Alvin. Yeah, well, we can't be too... Ten Hag spoke about this in pre-season. We can't be too left-sided, can we? We've got to be able to get down the right. I like Fred. I'm not having a pop at Fred. I don't like him as a 6. I like him as an 8. I think every game Fred plays well is when he's allowed to get forward. In fact, we've seen him getting assists and goals, haven't we? So I like Fred when he gets forward, but he's been asked to do a job today. And to be fair to him, I respect the fact that he's got to do it because there's nobody else who can. But he's been asked to shield the back 4 and play out from the back. And I just don't think he's got the passing range to do that. I think I'd almost argue that Fred's playing out of position. But he's got the tenacity and the energy to do the role. But I don't really think he's got the passing range or the touch to do it. Okay, let's have a look. Laurie Whitwell says, Man United are interested in signing Marco Arnautovic. Bid made of 8 million would be a player to bolster attacking options. They worked with him at FC 20, admired for his character and strength. Wow. Beat out there about that. I mean, look, he might end up being a good signing, but it's absolute evidence. Just check my tweet out at Mark Goldbridge on Twitter, but I basically said it's evidence that we're entering desperation mode. He's definitely not plan A. He's definitely not been a plan all summer. I don't even know where he plays at the moment. 8 million quid. Fucking hell. It's just a pure desperation signing. Brighton on the attack here. Well bet. Good block by Maguire. Just got to be a bit careful here that Brighton don't grow into the game. Martinez getting a lot of love in the chat. The Glazer, there is a Glazer there. Boo! Boo! Get out of our club and sell it. Sell it. Get out. Get out. Not you, Ten Hag. Oh, that's cheeky. They bloody just cut to Ten Hag straight after Avram Glazer. I don't want him out. Do you think we could get Igala back? Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. I think today, look, we've had 13 minutes. You play for 90. I'm not panicking yet, but I also said before the game, if we win 1-0 and we don't play well, 3 points is about what it's about today, isn't it? But we have got to be careful that Brighton, some teams come away from home. Watch out, Welbeck. He slips. Thank God for that. Well done, Delo. God, he slipped. He wasn't in to shoot, but he was in a key position. Got him behind Martinez quite easy here. Just loses the run, Martinez. Not great by Martinez there, to be fair. I don't know where Maguire was heading to. Bloody hell. We were a bit of a mess there, United. But, yeah, look, it's about... I'm a little bit worried that Brighton may have just come away from home and said, look, first 15 minutes, they're going to come at us hard. It's a new manager at Old Trafford. We keep it 0-0 and we grow into the game. That's sometimes the approach that teams have. So we need to be a little bit careful that Brighton might just start to grow into the game a bit here. But, I mean, apart from the Bruno chance, which wasn't really created, it was a lucky deflection from a block McTominay shot, but he should have done better. United haven't really created anything yet. And you can tell that Brighton I don't think Brighton are worried about getting caught on the break. The only fast player we've got is Rashford. Feels like every time we come under pressure, we make the wrong decision with the ball. So Spencer. Hope Glazer's looking at our midfield and forward role to see how bad it is. Darren, that Glazer is watching that game catching flies. He's literally got his mouth open in adoration at how many people are in the ground and how much money he makes out of them. The thing that's going on the grass, he may as well be watching a bloody couple of cows have a shag. He's got no idea what's going on. None. Yeah, that Glazer ain't got a bloody clue about midfield shape. He's got no idea. Midfield shape for him is whether he's been to the gym this morning. He ain't got bloody no idea about what's going on the pitch. Hope Glazer. So yeah, sorry, Darren. Feels like we've done that as well. Get your comments in what you're thinking about the game so far. 15 minutes, 70% possession though. No shots on target. More than double the passes of Brighton and a high pass accuracy. So I think Ten Hag would be happy. I think that this is really important with the stats because we've spoken about this all through pre-season. High possession, high pass accuracy, and double the passes of the opposition. That's what Ten Hag will be quite happy with. He'll just want to turn it into shots now. It's the Yellow Boot Club, says Beryl. Thanks, Beryl. At least Maguire's not wearing... oh, God, David Hayes has kicked the ball out now. That's going viral on Twitter. The Dino gang will love it. Rashford and Sancho are not applying any pressure on the flank, says Mott. Great. Glazer's turned up, hoping to see loads of touchdowns, says James Clough. Well, Brighton are in the box here. I need to keep an eye on this. Nice ball. Oh, God, another lucky miscontrol by Brighton. 17 minutes gone. Ten Hag's writing his shopping list. He's writing something down. You can see why he wants Frankie de Jong, though. I mean, playing Fred as the number 6, we're just not getting hold of the game. His passing is... I mean, that's a bad pass again. His passing is just not... It's nervy. And you need somebody who can take that ball. And we're just losing the ball every time we play through the middle because we just haven't got... I mean, it's sad to say, but it's the midfield again. Good interception by McTominay. Come on, there's a chance to break here. Falls over his own skill. Wanted a foul. Fell over his own bit of skill. Good shot. Good block. And McTominay gets chopped again. That Casido is dominating McTominay and Fred at the moment. Every time there's a tackle to be won, he wins it. Now Sancho gets it wide to Eriksen. I'm depressed already, says Gertchen. It might be a goal here, mate. Watch out. Bruno's got a bit of space. Oh, not a good cross. Loads of time to put that cross in. He had the overlap from Delo as well. Depressed already, and the reasons that he's only just begun. Maybe we should just sit out the McFred era, don't you think, says Gertchen. It's going to be a long and difficult season, says Druv. And Martinez, from what little I've seen, is so comfortable on the ball, says Christopher. Bruno's not at it so far, I think it's fair to say there. No wonder McTominay needs to use his hands when trying to perform a skill move, otherwise he falls over, says Callum. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you share the video and subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, Martinez again. I think everyone's a little bit, dare I say, I think everybody's a bit nervous. You know, we've seen De Gea kicking the ball out. Martinez has lost his man and kicked the ball out. Rashford's not in the game. Bruno and Eriksen can't get in the game. McTominay's made a few mistakes. Delo made that early mistake. Fred's not really grabbing hold of the midfield. We're definitely starting to lose the midfield battle. I like this Casido. Welbeck. Ooh, just wide. How many minutes would you give Eriksen? Says Clinton Carroll. That would have been an offside anyway. Casido was offside there. Still a bit tense, says Brian. Yeah, I would have hoped a better, fluid, more imposing first 20 minutes, but I think we're just having to grow into this season, and we tried to use Rashford's pace there, but Dunk was very, very quick to get across. Martinez, lovely control by Martinez there. Maguire's going to have to go back to De Gea. Give it back to him. Delo. That's intelligent. That's a foul on Luke Shaw. United on the attack here. Every time I see a Casido play, I think about what he could have done for us, says Patricio. Look, I think Casido is looking really good for Brighton. He looked really good last season, and he started this game well, and he's looking like a good signing. But I can't pretend that he went straight into that Brighton team. They bought him, and I think he went on loan for a bit, didn't he? And then he's come back sort of back end of last season, and he's really grown from there. So, you know, let's not pretend if we'd signed him, he would have ended up good. It's all about development and coaching, and I mean they seem to have done a good job here. How have we started? I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. I mean, I think we all hoped for a really fast, energetic start, you know, get the crowd up, but it's not really gone like that so far. But it's 0-0. Let's be realistic, and Brighton really haven't done much. They've not created a big chance. Our big chance was Bruno's, and I still think we can get a result in this game. I don't think it's panic stations. You can see the issues, and it always surprises me when people start pretending like the issues are a shock. We're lightweight up front, and the midfield is weak, and the defence has looked okay. But, you know, Rashford and Sancho are not getting enough of the ball because the midfield ain't getting hold of the game. And, you know, that's what we need to do. Oh, come on. Watch your runners. We're in the box here, but we've got lots of numbers. Welbeck, good block by Martinez. And they've given a free kick to Man United. And Bruno wants to take it quickly. And Rashford. And Sancho. And we've got a 3v2 here. Surely this is going to be from a quick free kick. Bruno into Eriksen. Oh, got it wrong. That was a good break by United. Brighton were a little bit slow. We had a free kick on the edge of our box. Rashford took it quickly, and we really got away very, very quickly. Really, really well. Sorry, Bruno took it quickly. Rashford got it wide to Sancho. Sancho's pass was brilliant, and this is where it starts to go wrong. I think Bruno plays the pass too soon to Eriksen, and it gets stuck behind Eric. It's a bad pass by Bruno again, to be honest. About Lindelof, a Swedish ex-player has asked why he's not on the bench if he was living to Italy. After a little silence, he just answered, it's a hamstring problem, says Joseph. Mark, I know. Hold on a minute. Welbeck is away. He's offside. Mark, I know we're holding out for De Jong, but until he comes, won't it make sense to play Martinez in midfield, says Michael. Well, look, this game's not... I think some people in the chat are acting a little bit too negative, like the game is over. A long ball from the keeper here really nearly caught us out. Welbeck would have been away from Maguire. It must have been a narrow offside, that. But I don't think we're missing Ronaldo, you know. I don't think we're missing Ronaldo. I think we're missing a midfield. Like, we've got players like Bruno, Rashford, Eriksen, Sancho, who we can't really get in the game because we're not... I mean, how many backward passes has Fred played? McTominay, it's got to be worth a shot. Oh, fucking shoot, mate. Oh, there's an injury. There's an injury. There's an injury here. It's going to book McTominay as well. Yellow card. Fucking hell. What's McTominay should have had a shot. He might have to be a bit careful here. They might review this on VAR. I'd be worried if I was McTominay here. Because if he's giving him a yellow card, it's obviously... It looked to me like it was a 50-50 tackle. Not seen a replay yet. Dunk's having a word with the ref. We've not seen the replay, so it's obviously quite nasty. Another yellow card for McTominay. Yellow card. Not seeing the tackle back yet. They have a drinks break. It's probably what United need. Well, I don't think it's going to get reviewed on VAR, but they're certainly not going to show us the tackle again. Give him a break. That's his first yellow this season, says Robert McCormack. Robert, if you know, you know. McTominay in a nutshell, loads of time, a million touches, gives the ball away and gives the foul away, get him out, says Wilco. Right, they're going to show it again now. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know whether it's deliberate, but it's a nasty foul. God, that's going to really hurt. Really, really hurt. It goes over the top of the ball with his studs. That is bad. I'm not saying it's a red. I'm just saying it would hurt a lot. Thankfully, the player's all right. It was Casido. But United have made a bid for Arnautovic. Yeah, we spoke about that, Anish. Only Scotty can have a chance to shoot and end up deserving it to get sent off. Useless, says James. Scotty needs to be replaced at half-time for Donny, says Darren. I don't think it was a red because I don't think it was deliberate, but it would have hurt. Got to be careful of this as well. Welbeck's playing on the shoulder of Maguire a lot, and this is where we're going to struggle this season because I don't know that Martinez is particularly fast, but what will happen is quick strikers will just put themselves on the shoulder of Maguire, and we do need to play a high line against with Ten Hag. So McTominay has got to be careful. That's a corner. How is McTominay still in a United shirt, says Brian. Surely I can't be the only one who's really starting to hate Bruno, says Isaac. Can't think of a game where he's played well. And hello, Mark from the USA. After a couple of years, loving your content, finally a member now. Thank you, William. Got a corner for Brighton here. And I don't know how it can take so long for our coaches to get Fred and McTominay out of our team. I'm sorry, but they are nowhere near the level. Not even close, says Blake. Let's hope we can just find a way of getting a result here because it's been a very flat half an hour so far. The possession stats are coming down as well. Remember, we were at 70% possession. Xhaka would have got a red for that, says 58 go. Headed over the bar. Mark, I thought with the proper pre-season we were going to see the second coming of Mbappe on the left wing. When is it starting, says Niket. Dini and Arnautovic, let's get these cheap average strikers into the world's richest club, says Gerchen. I think the disappointing thing is, look, I know people are pointing out quite a few things, but the lack of creativity. McTominay loses it again. Okay, now. I'd be worried about McTominay in this game. He's on a yellow card. Not a lot's going right. Welbeck's in. That's a goal. That's a goal. It's a goal for Brighton. It's a goal for Brighton. It's 1-0, and it's that ball in behind Maguire again. Welbeck, I think it is. He makes the angled run. He's done it 3 times now. Sprints away from the high line. Too much pace. Cut back onto the back post. Don't know where Luke Shaw is. I tell you what, some of these players might look good on fast play, but in real play, it's slow and it's not good enough. This defensive problem again. McTominay loses the ball. Out to the left-hand side. Welbeck is going to dart in behind Maguire. We might get away with an offside here. I think he's offside. I think it's offside. That's offside. That won't be a goal. We've got away with it, but this run in behind, Welbeck in behind Maguire, it keeps happening and happening. We're going to get away with it because it's offside, but yeah, Luke Shaw's got to mark 2 players. It will be offside on Welbeck, but we've got to be careful here. We've got to be really careful here because he's just running in behind that line. That back line's too slow. Too slow. It's definitely offside. I can tell it's offside. I've seen that. You can see his foot. It's not offside. He's given it. You can see on the line. You could see on the dark line his foot's further forward than Maguire's. The bloody VAR man needs to go to Specsavers. Maybe should have sent McTominay off though. So you know, fucking hell, bloody great. It definitely looked like it was offside. I mean, well, you know, it's only what Brighton deserve. It was coming though. It was coming. He's been running in. Welbeck running in behind Maguire all game. Watch it back again. I thought he was offside. Look at the. I suppose you've got to watch when the pass goes. Yeah, maybe he's just on. Well, he is on. The VAR's checked it. Yeah, that's tight. Look at that. That is tight. I was right. That is very, very tight. I can see people in the chat blaming Luke Shaw. He's got 2 players to mark. You can't just go along the back 4 and blame the player you like the least. You've got to watch the goal. We're playing a high line and Maguire's too slow to go with Welbeck. It's happened 3 times in the first half. And to be fair, he got in behind Martinez once, didn't he, as well? Welbeck ain't even that quick. Imagine, I mean, he's quick, but he ain't super fast. Imagine what's going to happen when we play against someone like Haaland. We're going to get absolutely hammered with this high line. Get Varane in this team ASAP. If you're going to play a high line, you can't play. I mean, it's Danny Welbeck. Like, it's not messy, is it? Fucking joke. 1-0 down to Brighton, eh? I'm not seeing any aggression from United, and midfield is leaking heavily. Well, the midfield's crap. The defence is too slow, and the attack may as well be down on holiday. But apart from that, it's going really well. I'm not seeing any aggression from United, says Nelly. Performance is dreadful so far. Liverpool were rubbish yesterday, but still got 2. I don't see any improvements, says Michael T. What will be your age when United win the next league? I'll be dead by the sounds of it, the football. Manu Dave, welcome to Members Club. And McTominay loses the ball, then Delo gets megged. Not really surprising, is it, says B. Yakov. Chose Maguire instead of Varane, chose McFred instead of Donny and Gardner. He won't get any sympathy when he gets the sack. Well, it's a bit early for that, Reeves. Delo and Maguire on the same side is an absolute nightmare, says Dan. Until McFred will play, especially McTominay, United will get dominated, says Des. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think any United fan, because I certainly don't feel like this, you almost feel like going, I told you so. I told you so. Maguire in a high line won't work, and McTominay and Fred aren't good enough. And we're sat here 1-0 down after half an hour, and we basically conceded a goal because McTominay ain't good enough, Maguire's too slow, and the midfield is getting dominated by Brighton. Like, it's so easy for them. Welbeck is making these runs time and time again. And because we're not Maguire and Lindelof on the edge of the box where they can cut these runs out, Ten Hag wants to play a higher line. He wants to play 10 metres further up the pitch, which means Welbeck can just keep making these angled runs in behind. And as long as they make the pass, he knows he's going to beat Maguire and Martinez, to be fair. Martinez isn't Speedy Gonzalez. You need Varane. Ten Hag needs to be careful. He's another manager who wrecks his career thinking he can get the best out of McTominay, says Andrew. United still on their holidays or what, says Emily. Bruno has been awful, always breaks down our attacks, says Twisted. We're on the attack here. Psycho, welcome to Members Club. And hold on a minute. Rashford is Fred. Oh, fuck off, Fred. Who do you think you are? You're not bloody Rivaldo. You might have a Brazilian passport. Fucking shooting from 35 yards when we're 1-0 down and we've not had any attacks. What's he doing? Pratt. Don't blind the high line, Mark. It's Maguire. He's absolutely clueless. No, I like the high line, Samir. I'm just saying there is a weakness in the high line and it's a lack of pace. We need to equalise before half-time. This could be deja vu, says Taco. Donny's on the bench if we need to bring him on, says Joel. Minutes to go to half time. Look, there's plenty of time left, but we're going to have to change something because this ain't working. This is like United last season. Like, I don't even know Ten Hag's in charge. It dawned on me a couple of minutes ago, just before the goal, and I didn't get a chance to say it. Do you notice anything different to Rangnick? Like, this is just, at the moment, there's no pretty patterns. There's no press. We're playing on the break. I wouldn't know Ten Hag's in charge at the moment. I really wouldn't. And that would be fear. Look at the stats on the screen there. Possession is 62%. They've had more shots than us. They've had, they're catching us up for passing. You know, he won't be happy. He will not be happy at all. You can tell. This is not good football. This is not what he wants to do. And that's the problem. You've got Rafael Varane and Cristiano Ronaldo sat on your bench. I don't care if they're half fit. Get them on the bloody pitch. They haven't won all those trophies because they coasted. Cody, welcome to Members Club. I don't think Ronaldo sat there thinking, get me on the pitch so we can win the game. I think he's probably thinking, I want to go. Let me go. Welbeck again, getting ahead of Maguire, shoots wide. Maguire is slow. McFredder lost. Martinez getting the blame by commentary. English bias again. Says Barry. Should bring Ronaldo on for McTominay at half-time. Drop Ericsson deeper. We'll have to, Wilco. That shot was an absolute joke from Fred. Once again, our midfield is a nightmare, says Arad. Like our parents would say, if you don't want to listen, then you must feel. Ten Hag needs to feel, says Samir. Well, I said this last week. It might take Ten Hag time to figure out what we know. He might have ignored last season and just gone, I'm going to find out for myself. But we know. We know the problems at United, and they're still there. The same problems. I mean, look, I feel sorry for Fred. He's not a holding midfielder. Fred will be getting a lot of stick, but he's not a holding midfielder. Why is Fred holding the midfield? Like, he's not a holding midfielder. He can't pass. He's got a bad first touch. Fred is a box-to-box, tenacious, go and win the ball. What are we doing with Fred? We're playing him in a role where he doesn't go and win the ball. We're playing him in a role where he's a shielder. He's a controller. And that's not what Fred is. Fred should be playing where McTominay is. I'd rather switch them. Because Fred is not that player. But this is why he wants De Jong. We need a goal before half-time to take something from the half. That Casido is running the midfield as well. They've got a 4v3 here if he moves it quick enough. Yeah, they have. He's overplayed the pass. No, he hasn't. They're into the box, Brighton. He's up against Shaw. Shot. De Gea. 2-0. Oh, bollocks! You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. It's 2-0 to Brighton. What a shambles of a shithouse. What a stupid, stupid start to the season. I cannot believe it. It's 2-0 to Brighton. What's Luke Shaw doing there? Why is he letting him get the shot off? And where's the marking for the second ball? That never should end up like that. Absolute joke. The hide-and-seek champions are back. They're back bloody hiding again. Midfield just gets run through by Casido again. He just runs through the midfield. He shrugs off Ericsson. He knocks it past Fred. Where's the midfield? Where's McTominay? Where's Fred? They've got a 3v3. He knocks it out to bloody somebody. Luke Shaw, you've got to show him down the line, mate. Shows him inside. Shot comes in. De Gea tries to clear it. And there is the tap-in on the back post. Delo's not reacted. Fullbacks, unbelievable here. Cracking save by De Gea. But what is he supposed to do when it's Fred? Fucking Fred, too slow. I thought it was Delo. I don't know where Delo is. Absolute joke. 2-0 down after 40 minutes. It's not happening. Are managers in general overrated, says Dance? When was the last time a new manager came in and drastically changed the team? You can't change the team with other people's jigsaw pieces. You can't change the team with other people's players. They've not backed him. This is what happens when you back. This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't back a manager and give him the shit from last season and expect him to perform with another manager's shit. It's absolutely... I mean, I tell you what, if I was doing player ratings now, McTominay gets a 2. Fred gets a 3. Like, that midfield has been... Bruno as well, 3. Absolute... Even Ericsson's been poor. That midfield 4 have been abysmal. That's where the game's gone. Yes, look, Welbeck's exploited the lack of pace of Maguire and Martinez to a certain extent, but the midfield has been dominated. Absolutely dominated. And good success. I can't stand that midfield. It's terrible. What does it feel to be right? Every United fan who said that midfield's a joke, what are you supposed to do? This is what happens with a club run like ours, says Alan. I tell you what, I bet Avram Glazer's left. We have a Glazer in the building. Where are the signings? They better go all in, says SK. Mark, it's only the first game of the season. Calm down, says Jimmy. We're playing Brighton, mates. We're playing Brighton and we're getting absolutely dominated. This is a new manager bounce. At least they did half an hour for Ranić. Ronaldo would be irrelevant in a game like this. I completely agree with you, Twisted. I don't know what Ronaldo does in a game like this. Why are we surprised? This was obviously going to happen, says Twist, as we're terrible as last season. I honestly say I'm not surprised. It only reflects on our pre-season and transfer window. This team is simply not good enough, says Ari. Ronaldo's getting frustrated with the goals. I've said it before. Erik ten Hag picks these players. He's going to learn the hard way, says Christian. And thanks for all the super chats, by the way. We are nearly at half time. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You can do your player ratings in the second half. We'll get that up. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. But I predicted 2-0. I did not predict 2-0 to Brighton, and I did not predict 2-0 at half-time. I mean, maybe Ten Hag makes changes at half-time and sorts this out, and we never see some of this shit again. Because to be honest with you, I'm thinking of 3 subs here. I'm thinking Ronaldo comes on, McTominay comes off, Ericsson drops deeper. I take Maguire off for Varane, and I probably... I mean, what else have you got, though? The benching... I mean, you've got to get Varane and you've got to get Ronaldo on, but... I don't know. I mean, do you try Donny? Do you try Donny? I mean, it's not like we've got loads of options, but he's got to make those 2 subs. Ronaldo needs to come on at half-time, says Slippy. McFred will lose this Manny's job before January, says Kaiser. And yeah, we're 2-0 down, but Ronaldo is the problem, says Scott. Keep playing McFred and the same bunch of losers from last season. Says Alpatam, and heads down, complaining mentality is down the drain. McFred out, says Taco. Goldbridge for next Man United manager. Pre-season looked good, but Fred and McTominay in a real match and just not good enough, says David. I hope Ten Hag rips them on at half time, says Kian. And history going to repeat itself. Man United are going to lose 4-0 again, says Claydon. Fred and McTominay should never play for United again, says Emily Derry. Can we get one before half time, please? Stephen, I don't know what Erik ten Hag is supposed to do with the team. This club is genuinely making me fall out of love with football, says usual suspect. And manager needs to take responsibility for this. Playing Maguire ahead of Varane is a joke, says Marcus. Psycho, thank you very much for the chat. Ericsson, why didn't you shoot? He got it in the box from Delo. It was a lovely cross. I don't know why he didn't shoot. I don't know why he didn't shoot. Rashford into Shaw. Oh, keeper got it. It's not over, but we need a bloody goal and we need it fast. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. It's going to be an interesting half-time show. It's going to be an even I wish I could be in the dressing room. How long is he going to add on? Fucking hell. I don't think anybody predicted this. And everyone can laugh. And I'm sure Zayn Miasi's having a laugh. And I'm sure rival fans are having a laugh. But I don't think anybody predicted this. Even if we have a bad season, I think everyone expected us to win this. You know, I don't think we'll finish top 4. But I thought opening game of the season at Old Trafford with the new manager. The sad thing for me, and the real reason I'd rip everybody's head off if I was Ten Hag, I'd say, do I look like I'm Norwegian? Because I may as well be. You're playing like Ollie's still in charge. What's happened to all the passing and the pressing? You bunch of bottle jobs. You've got a loser's mentality. Why aren't you doing what I told you to do? We've created nothing. That's the set. We're at Old Trafford and we've created fucking nothing for a new manager. As I said, Rangnick, at least they played for half an hour against Rangnick. Going to book Martinez now as well. They gave Rangnick half an hour and people said that was a shock. They're not even given they've not given Ten Hag 5 minutes. And you know what? I'm going to say it. There's certain people in our fan base that wanted to give everybody a clean slate. Not just Ten Hag and the new signings and Ronaldo and De Gea. They wanted to give everybody a clean slate. Prats. Leopards don't change their spots. You can't polish a turd. It was never going to happen that all those players that were crap last season were going to suddenly turn into high intelligent, high moral footballers. They are blame shifters. It's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault. They aren't good enough. I've seen more leadership in a dead cat. Sorry, Drawty, I know you like cats. Mark, it's not your cat. Mark is still going with 8 points, still got Liverpool, says Slow Sports News. Glaringly obvious that our midfield is absolutely crap, says Mikhail. Look, I need some Sneak. Remember, the first 200 people get 10% off with the code SneakBridge. You can go through the link in the description or you can scan the QR code. I'm on the Cherry Brom, sugar-free, low-calorie energy drinks. Get some in the bloody Man United dressing room. I need some. I'm absolutely I'm stunned. Like, I'm not, I've got to be honest. I'm not in that mentality that I was last year. I'm sure people are tuning in and they expect me to be banging my chair and, having a pop at a player individually and all this. And I've got an analogy for this and that. I've got to be honest. I haven't come in. I've been really looking forward to this season. I enjoyed the game on Friday night. I enjoyed the games yesterday. I was looking forward to United today. And there was no part of me that wanted to be talking about this at half time, like, moaning about the same things. I've been consistent. Many United fans have been consistent. I don't think we're going to get top 4, but I expected us to win today. I fully expected these set of players to do what they do. On their day, they're capable of playing well. And I thought, you know what? They're a bunch of chancers. They're a bunch of blame shifters. They'll start the season off well, and I could predict Twitter tonight. I thought there was going to be people saying McFred are fine, Maguire's good, Rashford's good, Bruno's good. I thought that would happen. I thought we'd win 4-0. You know, everything would be forgotten from last season because they put a shift in against Brighton on the opening day. They couldn't even do that. That's how bad they are. They can't even put a shift in against Brighton for a new manager and a new start. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned. You know, I can't even begin to think what it's like, but there's just no effort. It's like this is the problem with this team. It's like they're expecting somebody else to do it. You know, Rashford's expecting Bruno to do it. Bruno's expecting Sancho to do it. Sancho's expecting McTominay to do it. No one's expecting McTominay to do it. But nobody's took responsibility. There's no leadership on the pitch. There's no pattern on the pitch. Everybody's played badly. I mean, from De Gea kicking it out under no pressure. I mean, you can't blame De Gea for either of the goals. I actually think he makes a good save on the second one. I just think Fred's asleep on the back post and Luke Shaw, unforgivable. That's unforgivable, Luke Shaw letting that shot get away. I don't know how that winger gets that shot away. That should never happen. But Welbeck's been running in behind the high line. And look, to be fair, we all want to blame Maguire. He's running behind Maguire a lot, but he's running behind Martinez as well. That is worrying. I don't know why people think Martinez is fast. He's not slow, but he ain't fast. And Martinez and Maguire ain't going to work. I knew that. You knew that. It's not going to work. If you want to play a high line, it's not going to work. Martinez and Timber, that'll work. You've got recovery pace. Martinez and Varane, that'll work. You've got recovery pace. Martinez and Maguire ain't going to work because the striker's going to do what Welbeck did. And there's quicker, better strikers than Welbeck. And if he's doing that in game one and Potter's figured that out, we are screwed. Because all they're doing is they're just popping the ball in behind Maguire and Welbeck's angling his run. And sometimes he's offside and sometimes he's not. But he's getting in behind. We're playing like Liverpool. We're playing a high line like Liverpool. They've got Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, Matip. They've got pace coming out their arse. The road runners, meet. We've got 2 bags of cement. We can't play that line. We cannot play that line. You can't play that line with Maguire. You can't do it. Or Lindelof. They're not quick enough. And that's disappointing. But then you move forward. The midfield that we've been going on about all season. All off season. Why have we not bought a midfield? You know, I woke up this morning and social media is full of, I hope we can win today, but I can't believe it's almost like a joke. I hope we win today, but I can't believe we're starting McFred again. It's a joke. I can't believe it. We're almost laughing at it because we're like, I don't really want to moan. It's opening game of the season. We should have bloody moaned. We all sat there when the team news came out and went, look, it's a new manager. We've got to back him. And we have. But we all almost tried to ignore the fact that McFred is shit. You've got Fred. I don't mind Fred as an individual. Fred's okay when he's box to box because, all right, his bad passing and his bad first touch is masked by his tenacity and energy when he's pressing and breaking up the play. But when you put Fred as a holding midfielder, when he can't break up the play, all you're left with is a player with a bad touch and a bad pass. So Fred's played shit because he can't even go and press. So Fred is been shit because we're not using what he's good at. McTominay's been bullied. He could have been sent off. He's been crap. Eriksen's not really got in the game. Bruno's been Bruno again. And then Sancho and Rashford, to be fair, I can't even judge them because I don't know whether it's a bad game or they're just not in the game. Because we created nothing. Absolutely nothing. We can't transition from back to front because Brighton are dominating the midfield. And we're trying, and let me just say this, we're trying to transition from back to front with Fred as a holding midfielder. Fred is a holding midfielder. You may as well get Ronaldo on to do that job. At least he's got a good first touch. And people wonder why we're getting dominated. It's a wake-up call for Erik ten Hag, I'm afraid. He's learning things that we know. He's learning what we know. Maguire is slow. McFred aren't good enough. And you can play at Old Trafford and create nothing. You know, just because you're at Old Trafford doesn't mean you're going to create 10 chances. Watching this is so depressing. My missus said, how is Harry captain? Says Hayden. Richard Arnold needs sacking today. Lying Pratt, says Even. Ten Hag has to blame because he's picking Maguire over Varane and McFred over Donny and Garner, says Major. He needs to learn. We'll talk about the half-time subs. Varane for Maguire, Van der Beek for Garner, and for McFred, Ronaldo for Bruno or Eriksen. He's got to go big, Wayne. You can't send that same team out again. We're 2-0 down. All right, we're attacking the Stretford end and magic can happen, but you can't give that team another 10 minutes. He's got to make changes at half-time. And the changes he's got to make, I will tell you in a minute. Ten Hag is to take blame because he's picking Maguire. I've done that one. Ralph Rangnick said we need 10 new signings, and some fans were mocking him. Who's laughing now, says Mario. Frankie de Jong is going to have watched that and said, sod that. So Ronaldo will as well, Brad. As long as Maguire and Shaw are on that pitch, we're losing, says Epic. I like you more than the club, says Said. I'm not sure why everyone is shocked. These players have thrown so managers under the bus. Erik ten Hag is just another name on the list for these players, says Thomas Gold. Right, what I would do at half-time. Bloody hell, got 100,000 people watching. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. The United stands. We've got player ratings in the second half. You can mark them all out of 10, 6 being the average. We'll talk about that in the match reaction. We've got the fan forum. We've got fan blogs as well. Get involved. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and get involved with the United stand this season. It's going to be a very interesting one. What do you do at half-time? You know what? Ten Hag's in trouble. Look, I'll say this right now. Negative Goldbridge. I will say this right now. There is no part of me that thinks Ten Hag's the wrong man. Not one part of me thinks we made a mistake. And I think that's really important for me to say this. You can clip it all you like. Not 1% of me is thinking Ten Hag's the wrong man. Not 1% of me is thinking Ten Hag's going to get the sack. I put no blame on Ten Hag at all. And you know why? Because I know how Ten Hag plays football. I know how we played in pre-season. And I could tell you now, if you asked me to watch that 45 minutes again and guess the manager, I'd have said Solskjaer. There was nothing about that game that is what Ten Hag's all about. So therefore, it's very clear that the players are not doing what the manager wants. That is abundantly clear to me. What Ten Hag has got to do at half-time, because they've ignored him. They've not done what he wants. At half-time, he has got to rip that team up and say, fuck off. You ain't playing again. That's what he's got to do. So for me, Varane for Maguire. Instantly, Welbeck ain't going to do what he's been doing. So you stop that. Welbeck needs sorting out. I know that sounds like a horrible line, but he is dominating our centre-backs. Get Varane on for Maguire and do it now. Midfield, McTominay's got to go. McTominay's got to go. And to be honest with you, Fred's got to go because you've got to get somebody to take the ball off the back four. Now, you could put Fred where McTominay is and you could put, who do you get on to take the ball off the back four? Do you try and put Martinez in there? Do you keep Maguire on, put Varane next to Maguire, put Martinez into 6, take Fred and McTominay off, keep Bruno and Eriksen on and get Ronaldo through the middle? But you've got to change the back four. You've got to change the centre-back pairing and you've got to change the midfield. So you could get Garner on for Fred, Donny on for McTominay, Varane on for Maguire. I'd probably do that. You could put Martinez into the midfield, keep Maguire on, take Fred off, put Varane at centre-back, take McTominay off, get Ronaldo on and put Eriksen and Bruno with Martinez behind them. But you've got to change the midfield and you've got to change the centre-backs because Brighton could go on and score 3 or 4. It's so demoralising. It's so disappointing. I feel it and I feel it for you. Start of the season, it's meant to be exciting. Home game against Brighton. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted, but I don't blame Ten Hag. It's the players. One good thing that came out of last year is that this fan base stopped blaming the manager and started blaming the players. They're not good enough. They might be good lads. They might do some work for charity. They might write books. They might do, they might work their hardest, but sometimes you're just not good enough. You could be at McDonald's. You could really be really working hard. You want to flip those burgers, but you keep dropping them on the floor. You're sacked. You're not good enough. And that's what United have a problem with. I'm not questioning the effort levels. I'm not questioning that. I'm questioning the quality. When Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, Man City, you're aiming for quality. You're aiming to win trophies. We're a charity. We're picking players on charity. Some of those players today, to be blunt, did not deserve to be at the club this year, let alone start. Some of them didn't deserve. I said it before the game. When was the last time McTominay had a decent game? I think Burnley in January, how many times has he played since? When was the last time Maguire had a decent game? I don't remember. When was the last time Bruno had a decent game? When was the last time Rashford had a decent game? When was the last time Shaw had a decent game? I don't want to call those players out, but it's Manchester United. I should be saying, I can't remember the last time they had a bad game. That's what Robson and Keane and Neville and Beckham and Cantona and Rooney, that's what you couldn't remember the last time they had a bad game. I can't remember the last time most of this team had a good game. Some of them didn't deserve to get this chance today. They shit all over the club last year, and they've done it again on the opening day. They don't deserve it, and I hope Ten Hag realises, because what we're also getting as well, what we're really getting is an example of what happens when you don't back your manager. Said it all through the summer. So many of you have said it as well. If you don't back your manager, this is what you get. How can a new manager... Did Pep Guardiola go to Man City and have to work with Mark Hughes' signings? No. Or whoever was the previous manager. You've got to back your manager. You're asking Ten Hag to play high line, intricate high possession football with McTominay, Fred, Maguire. Like, it's not going to work. You're banging square pegs into round holes. Whatever you think of those players, Maguire's a good player for Everton. McTominay's probably a bloody Preston player. I don't know. But they'd never play for Ajax. So why are you asking him to... Why are you recruiting an Ajax manager and then you giving him players like that? It's like asking a carpenter to come and build you a table and then giving him spaghetti. Like, what? How's he going to do that? It's just not going to work. And I feel like... I feel shocked. I don't feel angry because it's the start of a new season. You've got to stay with the manager. You've got to do that. But I also feel it's devastating how the club didn't see this coming. It's almost like they've lied to Ten Hag. I don't know. I personally don't think pre-season was as good as many people tried to make it out to be as well. I think pre-season was a bit of a joke, to be fair. But we can have Pep, Klopp, Ten Hag, Kante managing us all, but that says us win. But with Fred and McTominay in midfield, we don't get far any results, says Aswani. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner on the road to 410,000. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. We've got the forum after this. We've got the match reaction where you can do the player ratings. At the moment, I'd struggle to give any United player a 6, which is average on opening day yet again. So subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Joe says it sucks when his Americans wake up at 6 a.m. on Sunday for this garbage. Joe, thank you. Did you see how frustrated Ronaldo was? I don't think Ronaldo's frustrated because he's on the bench. He's probably frustrated because he wants to go. Can you blame him? You have to put Donny and Martinez in for McFred, and you have to replace Bruno to send a message to Stephen. Lindelof was the most consistent centre-back last season, and now he's not even in the squad. Your thoughts on that? Apparently he's injured, Simon. I don't know. These players are simply not good enough, says Jay. United need to trust these youngsters. Garnacho needs to come on. Marcus, I've got to say, I really like Garnacho, but you don't put a player, you don't put a youngster into that. You don't put a youngster into that. And Potter, look, it's taken me most of half time to say this. Potter has been fantastic. He really has. No subs at half time. That is a joke. A message needed to be sent then. Dear. I think Ronaldo's ready to come on, but remember, we're sponsored by Sneak Energy. We need some Sneak Energy in the second half. Please use the code SneakBridge. The first 200 of you get 10% off sugar-free energy drinks. Starter pack is one of these and 9 different sachets delivered straight to your door, UK and worldwide. Sugar-free, low-calorie energy drinks. We're off for the second half. I'm on the cherry bomb. That team needs some bloody cherry bomb, I'll tell you that. Check them out, Sneak Energy. Bloody hell, Mark, I'm gutted. Sat watching this, simply not good enough, says Stuart. And how long until the Ten Hag is a bad manager leaks from the dressing room, says Marcus. Look, we can still get a result. We can still get a result out of this game. 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline, especially when you're losing 2-0. But it is a dangerous scoreline because if you get one back, the crowd's up. So especially when you're at home, 2-0 can get turned around. Oh, fucking hell, Rashford. That's just a lack of concentration. It's a simple pass, and he's let it go out. Get that man on. Get Ronaldo on. Why has there been no subs? The only thing I can think of is maybe the subs weren't warmed up enough. I don't know. I'll tell you what, Casido has dominated McTominay. He's absolutely schooled him. That Casido has dominated him. I feel bad for Ten Hag. He has a certain style of play and you haven't backed him, says the Connor. Yeah, square pegs in round holes. Well, we're moving the ball around a little bit better now. They probably had a bollocking. Ericsson, wide to Rashford. Can't put the cross in. There's no one in the box. There's no one in the box for a cross. Martinez. I guess this is a chance to see if these players have any heart, says Dizzy. Bruno. Oh, here's a bit of space for Luke Shaw. Come on. Cross. Oh, edge of the box. Fred, no. Ten Hag now accepts any midfielder without question after watching crap, says Jay. I guess, Mark, can you do a Scooby-Doo in Scottish to cheer us up, says Taco. Why is every manager making the same mistakes? We can all spot the issues. It's surprising. It is surprising, Toho. I don't know. We are winning Europa FA Cup third. What are you winning, says Zayn Miasi. Hey, there's 45 minutes to go yet, mate. But, you know, what we've seen again is that our starting lineup is better individually than Brighton. But it's about... Tommy again. It's about playing as a team, isn't it? It's team against individuals again. Brighton have played as a unit, a well-coached unit. Lovely cross, free header. What the fuck is going on there? How is Welbeck getting a free header in the 6-yard box again? Who's marking him there? Watch this back. Well, Delo leaves him. Maguire leaves him. It's Martinez, isn't it? We'll concede again. That's the thing. We're all talking about the comeback. We'll concede again if we're not careful. What can Sancho and Ericsson do without striker? Oh, across to the back post, too far away for Rashford. Does he want the corner? No. Scotty is playing where Donny played for Ajax as Sujaj. Club is run by clowns and including Murta. Glazers are parasites as Emily Derry. McTominay and Fred have put Mourinho, Solskjaer and Rank out of a jog. How long until Ten Hag figures it out, says Joseph. Game's still on, but I told you, Eric, Ten Hag is naive and he'll get humbled in this league. He thinks he can turn any average side into Ajax 2019, says Yankee. I mean, Leicester are beating Brentford 2-0. Look, I wanted to avoid that point, and I know many of you in the chat have mentioned it, so I'll give you a shout out. Many of you in the chat have said over the last few weeks, you worry about Ten Hag being a bit arrogant coming into this league, that he thinks he can just do it. But the reason I resisted saying that is I remember Ten Hag doing an interview and basically saying that Pep Guardiola got his Rashford blocked. Bruno cleared. It's a better start by United. Eric Ten Hag made a comment about Pep Guardiola saying that he didn't understand the Premier League in his first year and he got caught out. So I thought, well, if Ten Hag's observed that about Pep Guardiola, he's obviously going to observe that about himself. Bruno, edge of the box, thought about shooting, but didn't. Little dink. Oh my God, that's such good defending by Brighton there. So, yeah, I think you can say that maybe Ten Hag has been a bit naive, but I don't think he was... that's not going to be a penalty, I'm afraid. I think Ronaldo's coming on now. I think with Ranić, he commented on how the Premier League surprised him because in the Bundesliga, you play teams in the bottom half and you do beat them 2 or 3-0. But in the Premier League, they're very competitive. But I don't think Ten Hag would be surprised about that. Another ball in behind. Look again, they're so good at playing in behind our defence. Martinez ain't that quick, is he? Pebbles says United are finishing 5th again. We didn't finish 5th last year, mate. We finished 6th. We were lucky. Man thought he could polish a turd. As long as Ferguson and Fletcher are there, McTominay will start, says Ames. We're really missing a number 9, says Nick. Oh, God. Terrible ball, that. Was that Sancho? Was it Delo? Man thought he'd done that one. And Mark, we don't have a better lineup. We have bigger names, but based on what? That they cost more. We need to stop this myth. We have a good lineup, says Brad. No, but I think it's not wrong to say on paper that United's team is better than Brighton's, but that's my whole point. It's not about individuals. Rashford's wild there. It's not about individuals. It's about playing as a team. That's what it's all about. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're on the road to 410k. Remember, in the second half, towards the end of it, you can do your player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I still think we can get a point out of this. Call me mad. But the only reason I think we can is because it's Old Trafford. It's the Stretford end. I think if we get one back, we can do it. But as United fans, you are probably numb to it. But as a neutral, it's shocking just how few quality players United have, says Stu. No top team would buy these players. And notice how everyone is waiting for the ball to come to them, but aren't willing to make runs and open up the spaces, says Lay. Right, Ronaldo's on. I don't know what the sub was for. Fred. I don't know why Fred's off before McTominay, to be honest. I think Donny's on as well. No, Eriksen's gone to the holding role. Or is it Donny? No, it's Eriksen, isn't it? Donny's Eriksen's number 14, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely Eriksen. So Ronaldo's on. Back 4. I don't know what he's on about. Mark, I get that you don't rate Ranić as a coach, but he was an interim. Now we have a Ten Hag who had a full preseason. I don't see any difference. I do, Gonta, I did like Ranić. I wanted Ranić to stay. But the players didn't play for Ranić, is what I'm saying. Our most potent player is pacemaker installed. Our last regular CM was signed 4 years ago. RB has needed an upgrade since Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Our captain is slower than a bullet cart. We're going to ruin Erik Ten Hag's career and reputation. I actually like that yellow card to Maguire. About time he shows some fight. I'm just trying to find any positives right now, says Butterpants. And Dalot has been one of the worst players on the pitch, says Dan. Well, let's see if Ronaldo can do anything. He's one ahead of there. A lot of people saying that was a penalty for Brighton. Martinez, Maguire, both on yellow, need to be cautious, says Taco. Yeah, both centre-backs on the yellow card. Very good point there, Taco, yeah. I didn't notice it because I was looking at something else. I mean, it did look like a bit of a strong arm challenge by Martinez in the box, but look, maybe on a different day, McTominay's was a red card as well. You know, we need something to go our way anyway. A corner for United here. Now, come on. Maguire, surely now is the time to get... I mean, if Maguire scores, it'll be such a nice surprise. It might get the crowd up. We took it short. I don't know why we took that short. You got McTominay, Ronaldo, Maguire in the box. Get it in the fucking box. Put it in the mixer. A lot of people saying, how is it not a penalty? I didn't see it, so I can't comment. Eriksen, good cross. Oh, headed away. Only bold thing Maguire did was that mini wrestling match versus Trossard. What a joke, says Arad. He's given a foul here. Chance to whip across in again. Just need to get a goal. Sally said it was definitely a penalty. Why is he not giving it then? I didn't see it. Ericsson with the free kick. Need a goal. Need a goal. Need a goal. Oh, he's not beat the first man. Martinez, lovely bit of skill. Good tackle, though. He's caught. We're in trouble here. This could be trouble. No, we've got Delow back. We should be all right. And we've got Shaw back. We've got some pace. I thought it was bloody McTominay. And Ericsson's done all right. Puts it out for a throw-in. The trouble is, now Ronaldo's on, that's it. No attacking options. Got nothing. Nothing. No Cavani anymore. No Lingard. Martial's not fit. I mean, you can't say Sancho's not played well either. I mean, respect to Brighton, there's no guarantee that we get the next goal, is there really? You know, we're hoping we do. Sancho, man of the match and can't get the ball, says Matt. You know what? I can't really judge Sancho and Rashford in this game. I find it very difficult because the midfield has been so bad. Are they not in a graveyard shift? Never a penalty, says Beryl Carpenter. It looked like a foul to me. I don't think I really clocked that it was in the box. But we might have got away with one. Bit of space for Luke Shaw here. Bad pass, though. We have Garnacho. He could play an attacking line, says Darren. So Ericsson's playing as a holding midfielder now. Our next game is Brentford, who are losing to Leicester 2-0. So on Saturday night, Glazers didn't back Ten Hag and get him what he wanted, says Butterpants, and our midfield has been run over. What a joke. I think he needs to make... I can't believe he's only made one sub. What the fuck was that by McTominay? Little flicks on the edge of the box. What is he doing? How is he still... I really want to check his contract. I can't get it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to say, I don't understand how he gets picked for Manchester United anymore. How does he get picked for Man United? I can't remember the last time he played well. Here's Ronaldo. He's onside. Cross it. Rashford, he's got to score. Offside anyway. He wouldn't have been offside. That would not have been offside on review. Oh, God. It doesn't rain, it pours. I mean, your eyes are deceiving you. It's not a sunny day at Old Trafford. It's absolutely pissing it down. Why has he not made any other subs as well? We've had an hour of this shit, Eric. I don't understand how McTominay's still on the pitch. I really don't know. You've got options in the midfield. You could put Garner on. You could put Donny on. How are you keeping this lad on? He's on a yellow card and he's crap. Somebody check that guy's contract. I just don't get it anymore. Baffled. Absolutely baffled. I think it's just actually, you know what? I think it's because he's tall. I think he's tall. So we're thinking, well, it's an option if we can get across in the box. Trossard. Deload as well. Corner. I think Rashford's miss was abysmal. They said it was offside, but I think on VAR review, I don't think Ronaldo was offside. It was a lovely cross by Ronaldo and a well-timed run. 2-1. Tony scored for Brentford. United reminds me of Beavis and Butthead. No matter how hard they try, they can't score. Says Celtic mindset. Going to throw this out there right now. Sorry, I can't see a single bit of difference from this team. That back six is a joke, says Clay. Play different players like Iqbal, Garner and Ahmed and Alanga and definitely Varane. Don't want to hear the excuses of Ten Hag not getting backed. That's bullshit, says Brian. Our most potent player has... I've done that one from Anurag. Cross comes in. Ronaldo heads it away. It's still in. Headed away. Half an hour to go. Cross comes in. De Gea gets hold of that. Well, keep your thoughts coming in. All right. I mean, it's embarrassing when you look at those stats on my left as well. All right, we've had more possession, but look who's had more shots. We've just not done anything with it. Their passing accuracy is only 68% as well. It's not done enough with it. I think Brighton have played some lovely stuff as well. They've been so well organised. I mean, I know Basuma and Cucurella have made moves this summer, but some of these players, I think they play well beyond their level because they play as a team and they're coached well. Basuma, Cucurella are not even playing for Brighton anymore and they still play well, says Taka. Yeah, that's what I was just commenting on, mate. Same rubbish again, says SD. Brad says the Glazers won't ever sell when this crap is followed by buying a striker for 8 million. Fans will blame everyone but the rubbish players and owners. DS, thank you for the super chat as well. And of course, this season can't be turned around, but this is almost the same team who failed to turn it around last year, says Pratosaurus Rex. Well, I mean, look, there's still time, but if you're losing at home to Brighton, everybody's right. You know, we might not even get top six. I mean, I've got to be saying, here's Ronaldo, nice ball in the low, crap cross. I've got to say as well, you know, you can talk about McTominay, you can talk about Maguire, you can talk about Fred, you can talk about Rashford, Delo, Shaw, but let's not forget Bruno again. Rashford on the back post over the bar. More difficult than the last chance, but not great. Mark, writing from USA, I woke up at 5:30 on my anniversary vacation with my wife for this. Send help, please, says Christopher. Go back to bed with your wife. It'll be much better. Oliver Hunt says, I know people say... Oliver Hunt... I know people say Donny van der Beek must not be performing in training, but if really, I find it extremely hard to believe he's worse than McTominay. Mate, the McTominay, I can't even talk about it anymore. I'm bewildered by it. I can't believe he hasn't made any more subs. I feel sick watching this, says Ashley. Players like Rashford and Maguire and McTominay are busted, says Brad. The Glazers are able to build a championship NFL team, but they try and apply the same principles to the Prem and fail to realise it's a different game, says Brandon. Feel sorry for Ronaldo and I hope he gets the move, says DS. Rashford, 600 word essay incoming, says Faris. Just wait for the we go again messages after the game, says Aram. That's a foul by McTominay. I don't know how it's not been given. Very lucky there. Probably didn't want to give a yellow card. United come away with it, though. We need to use this space. Sancho. Go on, whip it, Delay. First time. Oh. Ericsson. Shoots. Good save. Oh, good save by the keeper. Ronaldo was there, but he couldn't get there quick enough. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to, well, at least we're on the road to something. United are on the road to a loss here. Good shot by Ericsson, actually. We're only 400 away from 410,000. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Thank everyone watching. I'm going to read Roberts in a minute. Bruno. Goal! Goal! I don't know who scored it. The referee's asking. He's going to have a look at it. I think it's Delo. Hold on. It looked like a scrappy goal. I think it's going to get given. We might be back in here. I don't think the goalkeeper's going to get the benefit of the doubt. 20 minutes. Let's have a look. Cross comes in. The low on the keeper. Yeah, you're not going to get a foul for that. Yeah, that's a goal. 2-1. Come on. Let's go. Scrappy goal. Not a great goal. I certainly don't think there's a foul on the keeper there. They better not give a foul on the keeper there because I've seen that sort of thing for De Gea before. Get out. That's a goal. That's happened to De Gea before. It's a lucky goal, but it's a goal. Get on with it. Come on. 2-1. You can't VAR. Possible handball. We're talking about possible handball. No, it's not a handball. It's his bloody arm. I don't mean in that way. It's like it's not a handball. It's either a foul, which it's not. Just get on with the bloody game. Give us a goal. Talking out your arse. Possible handball. Yeah, if there's any foul, it's a foul on Delo, says Butterpants. Yes. Mark, seeing United struggle to beat a weak Brighton home is gorgeous to watch up the Arsenal. SSS Quinlan. Now they're checking for a possible offside. No, they're giving it. Yeah. Eric Ten Hag needs to take a lot of responsibility for this team selection and lack of subs, all on Ten Hag, says Samir. Can't wait for these lot to apologise for the performance on Twitter. We need better, says Xavier. I tell you what winds me up is that if we get a draw out of this, he's made no changes. He's stuck with basically the same shit, and it will happen again. I wish he'd just make the fucking changes and start building this football club. Like, you've got to get Varane on at centre back. You've got to get that Pratt McTominay out of the team. Like, even if we get back into this, we're doing it through grind, which is great. But what's Bruno doing? This referee. I don't rate this ref, to be honest. But look, as I said, if we can find a way to win this with 20 minutes, I'll take it. But it's not convincing. What's going on here? What are you thinking, everyone? Can we get this done? I think we can. 20 minutes attacking the Stretford end. Ricky says, Welbeck's the best player on the park. If Brighton had Ronaldo, he'd be on the bench. Team game. Another corner for United. This is where it looks like we're going to get some success here from corners. Ronaldo's trying to get the crowd up. You can sense an equaliser. It's been very scrappy, but that's a good cross. Still got it. Sancho. Eriksen. Martinez wide to Sancho. This is why I think McTominay's on the pitch. Bit of height. Another corner. What we got? 71. I think player ratings. I'll let you know. I'll whack it in the chat in a minute. They don't have a load of height, Brighton. Cross comes in again. Up again. They did well there, Brighton. Bruno. Go on, whip it. Martinez. Sure. Bruno. Delo. It's not a bad cross by Delo. Good header on the back post. And he will keep that in as well, Brighton. Arsehole. Sancho. Martinez. Bruno. Eriksen. Still probing. Delo. Good shot. Oh, he spilt it. Oh, God. Eriksen moved to CDM has been massive. It's a shame. Yeah, well, it has been better because we've got hold of the game better. It's a good tactical analysis there by Shane. Cross comes in again. It's a low one. It's defence against attack at the moment. That's a bad ball. Oh, he's given the foul on Luke Shaw. Lucky. Unlucky. One sub made. I still find that amazing. When you can make 5 subs and we played as bad as we have, to make 1 sub, I'm surprised. You must be sat there as a Donny van der Beek or a Rafael Varane thinking, Luke Shaw's been, or a Malacia as well. Good point. John. Right, got the ball again. Bruno's going for a long ball over the top. Never going to work with Ronaldo there. And Mark, who from Brighton side would you take at United? Says Joel. Casido. Definitely Casido. Good tackle by Brighton again. Yeah, look, I'm pretty sure we've only made 1 sub. And it does surprise me. But I suppose we're learning about Ten Hag. They're going to make 2 subs now, Brighton. Tariq Lamptey's going to come. I think Donny's coming on as well. So 15 minutes to go. A couple of subs are going to happen. Make sure you check out Sneak Energy while it's a sub break. Sugar-free energy drinks. Please use the code SneakBridge. First 200 of you get 10% off. Code SneakBridge. Delivered to your door. You can get the starter pack where you get one of these and 9 different sachets to try out. Loads of lovely flavors like cherry bomb, blue raspberry, Tropicilla. Loads to check out. Sugar-free, low calorie, delivered to your door, and lovely stuff as well. Big shout out to Sneak. United had a few swigs at half time. Maybe they've been a bit better in the second half. But look, ultimately, we're heading to a defeat here. I mean, we're going to be celebrating a draw against Brighton. We need to win. Got to win. So Donny is going to come on. And there's not a lot of options on the bench. I would have liked to see Varane come on at half time, to be honest with you. Our player ratings is open. I'm going to whack it into the video description for you. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being your average. We'll go straight into that after this on the match reaction show. We've also got a fan forum for you. That's back. Interested to see what the lads and ladies have got to say. I know we've got Holly on, Jordan, I think Jay's on, Charlie's on. Then we'll have the vlogs from the ground with Beth and Charlie and Ricky. How's it going to end up? I don't think we're going to lose. I don't want to tempt fate, but I don't think we will. I can see us getting a chance. Maybe Ronaldo. Links in the chat anyway, in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Martinez! Oh, fucking hell. He hit that one. Bloody hell, he hit that one. Actually, I'll pin the player ratings in the chat as well. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Donny's coming on. Who's he going to come on for with 15 minutes to go? To be fair, we've defended better second half because Brighton really haven't created anything second half. We need to keep the intensity going here. We can't let the game drift. 15 minutes to go. Right, Donny's coming on. I think it'll be for Ericsson. No, it's for McTominay. Bloody, I'll applaud that. Get him off. He should have gone off half an hour ago. Get him off. Absolute terrible performance. Terrible. About bloody time. I don't know. The mystery continues. We need to get the Scooby-Doo crew. Scooby-Doo! No, we need to get Scooby-Doo and his magical mystery tour to bloody figure out what... I think they're going to pull a mask off McTominay. It's going to be Ollie or something like that. Scooby-Doo! There's something going on with McTominay. I don't know what it is. I don't know how he's played. I mean, his last good game for us was Burnley in January. He's just played 77 minutes and he's been rubbish. I don't get it. Man City team news is just coming in. Haaland, he's not picked silver, so maybe he's off to Barcelona. Bruno's gone down again. I mean, there's a player that's disappointed me as well. Ericsson as a holding midfielder is doing a better job. Yeah, but that's because Ericsson's a footballer, David. You know, he's actually a footballer. Like, you know, Ericsson's not a holding midfielder, but he's a better job. Better job than what's his face? Fred. I feel sorry for Fred. He's not a holding midfielder, is he? Never a holding midfielder. We got 12 minutes to go. I mean, look, maybe you could chuck Garnacho on, but the problem is you can't make changes, can you? Because Rashford, you just can't do it. We've got no. It's Rashford and Sancho all season. You can't take them off because that's all we've got. Here's Donny, Sancho. Lots of creativity in the team now. Ronaldo's not going to keep that on, unfortunately. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're closing in on 410,000. We're only 100 away. So bottom right-hand corner to click it and subscribe. Please do. We've got our match reaction coming up after this, straight after this. We're 10 minutes away from a horrible result on opening day. Player ratings is pinned in the chat or it's in the video description. Mark every player out of 10. 6 being the average. A lot of disappointed United faces there. They won't believe this. They won't believe this. But then I think you know what? I think they will believe it. I don't think it's a surprise. I just think it's a shock that these players can still play like this for a new manager. And to be fair, maybe that's because they're just not very good. You know? Got to start taking some notes from a match reaction. Ultimately, I blame Glazers and the board, though. You know, we're just not prepared. You know, how many times did I say this week and you say this week, we're not ready? We're not ready. 71,000 watching, says Daniel. Nearly the capacity of Old Trafford. Thank you. Ricky will say McTominay plays because he does the basics, but you can find 5 foot tall players who can do the basics, as Nate. Players aren't good enough, but I'm hoping that over the season, Erik ten Hag can make them into a team again, says Pratosaurus Rex. I mean, look, I'm still hoping we can get something from this game, but if we lose it, your mind starts to wonder what's going to happen if we lose this game, because this is a home game against Brighton. Like, I think I predicted 6th. A lot of people predicted 6th, but what makes you think we're going to get 6th? Like, all right, we're not going to finish above Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City, but I think there might be a few teams that fancy, well, Brighton for one, might think, well, why can't we finish above United? Shoots wide, 82 minutes. Time's running out now. I don't think we're looking at a win. If we ever were, I think we're looking at a draw, if anything. Positive. Don't forget to do your player ratings anyway. Links in the chat and in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. United need to take tips out of Celtic's rebuild to precision. We could take tips out of Celtic, Rangers, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. You know, basically buy some fucking players in the areas that you're weak. I mean, we've just gifted up 3 points today. Hold on. Sancho, he's done well. Oh, he couldn't get past 2. You can't go into the Premier League not prepared, basically. Here's Bruno. Good ball. Oh, no, it wasn't a good ball. Sancho's not made the run. Glazers are going to come under heavy fire if we lose this match, says Dissant. Yeah, I don't think Ten Hag will get much of the blame. Although, I mean, look, this is very premature, but remember what I've said, and a few of you have agreed with me on this. I think deep down there are people in the media that don't want Ten Hag and they wanted Poch. So it'd be very interesting to see if there is any initial blame of Ten Hag that starts to get put out there, even though it's only one result. Because I do think that there are people that have been, you know, smiling assassins around Ten Hag, basically. Oh, yeah, we love Ten Hag. And it's like, nah. I remember what you said in February. You wanted Poch. So be interesting what certain ex-players and the media do if we do lose this game. Puts a lot of pressure under us as well with Liverpool coming up. Brentford at home, you know, you could end up in a really bad situation if Liverpool come here and win. 3 points from 9. That's assuming you beat Brentford. So JZ says, I'd take a draw at this point. I just want the suffering to stop. Our team makes football look so hard to play, says Amma. We all agreed that we need a squad overhaul. There's no surprise that we are dominated all over the park at Old Trafford by Brighton, says Sanyik. Put a tweet out about Ranić at Mark Goldbridge, and I think it just basically sums up what we all felt last season, and he said it publicly and they sacked him. It's going to be difficult now because Brighton have pushed their lineup a little bit. They're not inviting crosses, and I mean, it's a hard game for Eriksen to play 90 minutes, you know. I think he's done really well. Here's Donny into Ronaldo. Into Eriksen. Shoot. Oh. Maguire's going to go wide. It's Sancho. And Sanchez does well in goal. Bollocks. These players need to be replaced. They crowd each other out. They don't move after passing the ball. And they don't know how to find and create space. Well done, De Gea there. Into Martinez. There we go. Come on, Bruno. Nice ball to Donny. Nice flick to Sancho. Come on. Cuts it back. Ronaldo. Oh, blocked corner. Come on. 86th minute. Come on. I think if we're going to score, it's corners. That's the way. Come on, Maguire or Ronaldo. Put it on his head. Put it on their head, Ericsson. It's gone too far. Martinez! Oh, what a block. For a minute there. I thought he'd done it. People shouting for a handball. I don't think it would be a handball. It's a good block. Yeah, I don't think it hits his hand anyway. Couple of minutes to go. Well, no, we've probably got a bit of added time. I think the way Brighton have defended, our best chance is to put crosses into the box. I don't know whether it'd be worth chucking Harry Maguire up front. Rashford. Lay it off. Shoot. Oh, it's Luke Shaw. Don't fucking shoot. Sancho. Rashford. Ain't going to win that. Lovely play by Bruno. Ain't going to get. He should have dived, Bruno. The one time he should have dived. Oh, 88 minutes. I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, we're all begging for a draw, but fucking drawing at home to Brighton. What's it coming to, eh? What's it bloody coming to? Come on, second ball, Donny. Oh, second ball. That Casido's played. I mean, to be honest, it's hard to single out a Brighton player. I think played really well. Good tackle by Maguire. This could lead to something. Our fate was sealed when Eric chose McFred and Maguire, says Kay. Well, we're making 3 subs in the 89th minute. Liverpool drew to Fulham. I don't get that. Bruno, Sancho. I don't know. I presume it's Shaw. Yeah, Rashford stays on. Liverpool drew to Fulham, says John. Yeah, away from home. Yeah, look, you take. Of course, you're going to take the point. Of course, you're going to take the point. But depends how long it's going to get added on. We're down in our own half at the moment. I don't know why that redirect. Draw to you there. I don't know why the redirect's not working on mine. I can't add it. No. No. It obviously keeps doing it. Levi Colwell, is it? From Chelsea. He's just come on. I don't know how long it's been added on here, but we've made 3 subs. Thanks everyone who's been tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Well, Beck, they've still got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, so there is time. We need to be down the other end. No, I don't know why mine didn't work. Cheers, pal. I'm going to go and go quite quick, you see, because for obvious reasons. Yeah, do your player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Links in the description, or you can go through the link in the chat. Star for your man of the match. I think it's going to be a very interesting match reaction, of course. And we've got a fan forum. I think that's about 4:30. We've got that. And then we'll have fan blogs coming in for you as well. So lots to get involved with. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Sneak. Sneak Bridge is the code. You can get 10% off for the first 200 people. Sugar-free energy drinks. Brighton have got a free kick here. Starter pack, 9 different sachets to try, and a bottle. Sugar-free energy drinks. Thanks to Sneak. Brighton with the free kick. They've still got it. This is the trouble with 5 minutes. If you're not at the right end, and we're not at the right end, you can't score. Goal kick. 2 minutes of it are gone. Well, there's the blame. Murta, Glazers, and Arnold all in a row. That's a picture for you. Arnold, Murta, and Glazers. The three blame players. Not players. Oh, Brighton are just holding. Brighton have got the ball here. We're not equalising without the ball, that's for sure. Terrible. Oh, God. I tell you what, this is where reality bites, isn't it? While there's time, there's hope. Time is running out. 2 minutes to go. 2-1. Brighton, you know what as well? Brighton deserved to win. I know you can look at those stats and say we had more possession, but they've had a load of shots. It's a bit like Fulham yesterday. Fulham deserved the draw against Liverpool, and Brighton deserved to beat us. On another day, maybe we get a point. Subs have been worse than Ollie. I hope it improves his job. I mean, I will mention that in my match reaction. The 3 subs on the 89th minute make no sense. Like, we've lost all momentum. It's like we're giving people a bit of game time in a pre-season friendly. I don't understand what those 3 subs are meant to do in 1 minute plus stoppage time. Makes no sense. But still a minute to go. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. Match reaction is going to be interesting. Please do your player ratings. But United have got 1 minute here. And yeah. There's an offside as well. Dear me. Well, I mean, look, I'll talk about it in the match reaction, but I suppose there's a little bit of an introduction into that. Said it after the Atletico Madrid game. We're not ready. People don't like it when you get it right as a fan. You'll know what you thought coming into the season. People don't like it. They call you negative. I'll be a bit positive. I'm positive about this manager, but he's fighting with one arm behind his back. He can't even beat Brighton at home. That's how unprepared we are. We can't beat Brighton at home. We're not ready. And why aren't we ready? Because we've spent next to nothing. We've sold next to nothing. And he's basically picking from the same shit that we had last year. And Brighton deserved to win. There's been no... And you know what? I'll say it again. Where is the shape of Ten Hag? Where is the football of Ten Hag? Where's the high press? Where's the organisation? Where's the triangles? Where's the high line? It's not there. It's just not there. That's the final whistle. 5-0. Not 5-0. 2-1 to Brighton. That's not a good look for a new manager. the fact that you're invincible, you feel invincible, and now you're beatable, it just crashes down, doesn't it? You know, a new manager, you want them to go on a run, you want them to win a few games, and no, you know, we all know now that Ten Hag can be beaten at home at Old Trafford by a mid-table side. That air of invincibility, if anyone thought it was there, it's not there. There's a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Ronaldo looks despondent. The team ain't ready. Ten Hag claps the fans. I don't think anybody blames you, Eric. It's the players and it's the board, and it's always been the way. Make sure you do your player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average, of course. And we're going to go straight over onto our match reaction. So make sure you subscribe, smash a like, and I'll see you on that for that breakdown of this game in about a minute. Speak to you in a minute.